All right, I think we're live. What's up, ATF? I saw you. Whoops. I saw you yesterday. We were the only two people who said anything in Hannibal's live stream yesterday. You said you asked if The Rock was losing weight because Ronnie Garvin was punching him. Anyway, I want to start a few minutes early so that we could go over the rest of the week. Today's old school wrestling. Tomorrow is going to be like a Doug Locke Chicopee stream. Friday's going to be Memphis. And then Saturday is going to be instead of Boyd Watch, we're going to do a Ruby Spacek themed episode. We're going to look at the highlights from the OG Bridge Burn in anticipation of a project that I'm working on. And then we're going to watch the full video of Ruby at the airport with her methadone withdrawal problems. But that's what's on the foreseeable future here at Fusion Studios. Yeah, Hannibal's like, yeah, he asked him if Ronnie Garvin punched him. Make sure to check out the shoot interview I did with Ronnie Garvin. He wouldn't say EFD 306, and he also wouldn't answer the question of whether or not he was ducking Tony Falk. So Hannibal clearly dodging Tony Falk. But anyway, I don't know what to do now. I have 2 minutes left. I thought that would take longer than it did. I guess we'll just sit here and relax. I had some other interesting stuff too coming up. I just don't really know where to put it because this is like a short week. There was something. Oh, I don't know. Oh, I found a new Boyd guy, but I don't think he's gonna be like a really like. I don't think he's gonna be a real payoff kind of guy. What's up, Luna Star? But he seems interesting enough to take it. I also found a bunch of. You might appreciate this, ATF Media. There's an account called Tim Rowland, Rowland. You might already know this. It's got a bunch of Bill Dundee content, and then the guy whose account it is also an Elvis impersonator. So there's like a bunch of Elvis impersonator content and Bill Dundee content. I bet we could watch the Eddie Gilbert shoot sometime on here too. I feel like that's probably, at least, I think that's probably not super enforced. Oh, good. I don't have to fill anymore. What happened with the Luke West stream? Oh gosh, what did happen with it? Oh, I just didn't feel like streaming that day, remember? Then I said the next day that I should have just streamed. I was just like, I wasn't in a great mindset, and then I was like, do I really want to? Luke's can be a depressing stream, so I put it off. But it's definitely coming back, like 100%. I just wasn't ready. I just wasn't ready for it that day, but we're definitely sticking with the Luke West content. You got a new phone? I heard that you were getting a new phone. All right. Well, anyway, it's 8:15. Enough nonsense. Today we are going to watch a couple episodes of, well, shit. I forgot to write down what it was. Hang on. I'm sorry. What a disaster. What am I even doing? Okay, hang on. I'm sorry. Okay, this is 1993 USA Wrestling, which was Austin Idol's promotion. This is We're going to watch January 16th, 1993, and then January 23rd, 1993. And then I got some other stuff for us to watch, but it's all wrestling. No Boyd stuff on the show except for the intro. And I started early so no one can complain about it. But yeah, this is USA Wrestling from 1993, Austin Idol's promotion. Let's go ahead and get started. Your new notification is the Rockers theme song. Wow. All right. Well, anyway, let's go. The quality on this is not the best, but I think it's worth it. And if it's something that we watch and you guys like it, I'm open to watching the rest of them on another stream. There's not that many of them, but the quality is kind of iffy, but I don't mind at all.
Gentlemen, super sidekick Scott Armstrong, Russian warhead Boris Zukov. One of the greatest black athletes and most popular in professional wrestling history is a junkyard dog. And before I go into any of this, I can't think of anyone I'd rather have on the premiere show to come out and join me than the Bullet. Good to see you, my friend.
Thank you very much. Good to see
Bullet
all you
Bob.
folks. Good to be with USA Wrestling. You know, next week I got a match right on TV here myself.
By the way, you gotta love Bob Armstrong wearing the Bullet mask and having a big collar shirt on. Fantastic.
Everybody's excited about Austin Idol, who's a
Yeah, the
today
Russian
for the
warhead.
First time in 2 years, Charlie, had a horrible automobile accident
Not this guy. That's the Bullet. But yeah, he did say there was a guy named Russian Warhead.
in Pensacola,
Hey, get
Florida.
out of
So
there.
today,
Come on.
all wrestling world eyes are on Austin Idol. See
Cicero,
if he
come
can
on.
make the big comeback he's predicting.
We've got a big masked man, Mr. Tennessee, that'll be with us. Sensational tag team around the world. That is simply divine.
That's right, a real, after the Rock and Roll Express type young guys that can do the job. They've won the Puerto Rican tag.
Unfortunately, Luna, that's WWF copyrighted, and they're very nosy on YouTube, and they won't let me stream their stuff.
Team championships. They've been seen in Japan, done well in Australia. So today you're going to see a lot of wrestling, and I understand the Iranian Sheik is going to do some club twirling with about 75-pound curls.
The former WWF World Heavyweight Champion, the Iron Sheik, is with us, plus a host of your other favorites will be hearing from the Rock and Roll Express. But as the
What's
Bullet
up?
said,
It's me.
all eyes are on the return of the Universal Heartthrob, Austin Idol. A lot of action coming up. Let's get to the ring right now and get it on.
That's one fall with a 10-minute time limit. In the corner to my left, weighing 220 pounds from Lexington, Kentucky, here is the Master Blaster.
The
And
Master
Making
Blaster.
his way to ringside one more time, ladies and gentlemen. 214 pounds, Marietta, Georgia, Scott Super Kick Armstrong.
Scott Armstrong.
Your referee, Murray Von Redlich.
Scott Armstrong. taking on
Okay,
the
Scott
Master
Armstrong would go on to become a WWF or WWE referee, right? And then in Smoky Mountain, he played what would certainly be one of Daninsky's favorite characters, Dixie Dynamite.
Blaster.
I think that's the same
This is the
guy,
premiere of
Scott.
USA Wrestling.
I tried to get Hannibal to say EFD 306 because me and ATF Media were the only people talking in his live. And of course, he ignored me to answer ATF Media's question about whether or not The Rock was losing weight because he got punched by Ronnie Garvin.
What a studio audience. They're geared up, folks. We're at capacity here. Side headlock by
Your
the Master
notification
Blaster.
tone
This
is
opens
Lee
up.
Cypress. Hell yeah.
Applying that pressure
Support
to
local
Armstrong.
music.
Toss, take over. Good head scissors comes up by Armstrong. Scott Armstrong, of course, second-generation wrestler. Learned a lot of the martial
Dixie
arts
Dynamite, what a character.
from his legendary father, Bob Armstrong. Scott goes to work on that left arm of the Master Blaster. Keying in. That is the object of professional wrestling, is to
Yeah, Hannibal
find one
ducks the hard
particular area,
questions.
break the man down,
Pay the money
try
back.
for a submission,
Give him back the
or
money.
weaken him enough
Give him
to
the
go for
money,
that 1, 2,
EFD.
3 pinfall. Now it's the Master Blaster taking Armstrong into the ring ropes. Good duck by Armstrong. Now a counter by Armstrong. Flying body press. 2 count, and he powers out.
Did you see ATF that he actually brought your chat up on the screen?
And there again.
That took him a while, but
The left arm in this particular case is so far as we've seen on the offensive moves by Armstrong in this match.
offensive moves.
This is the premiere of USA Wrestling. Still to come, we'll see the Junkyard Dog. Also the Russian Warhead, Boris Zukov.
Oh,
The
Boris
former
Zukov, the Russian
WWF
Warhead.
World Heavyweight Champion, the Iron Sheik. And all eyes are on the return of the Universal Heartthrob, Austin Idol, to the professional wrestling ring following a devastating automobile accident some 2 years ago. This and scores of others you'll be seeing on today's program. Right now,
There were
Armstrong
literally
still
3
keying on
comments
that
the
left
entire stream,
arm
and
of
he
the Master
ignored
Blaster.
2 out of
Takes
3 of
his
them.
man
He
into the
ignored
ring ropes.
ATF for like almost the entire stream, and then randomly toward the end, he finally answered the question from like 10 minutes earlier or something.
Armstrong.
Hannibal doesn't like to be messed with when he's live streaming. Abdullah ruined my life.
Raking at the eyes, taking his man. Whoa!
Ooh, super kick. He done.
There's some of that martial arts he learned from.
What's everyone doing for Halloween? I'm not doing anything, Luna.
And it is over. Your winner of the premier match on
We'll probably do like a
USA
Halloween
is
stream.
Kick Scott Armstrong. And if we could, let's take a look one more time.
I don't think I'll trick or treat or anything, though. I definitely won't be throwing eggs at an RV.
Uses that very devastating move against the Master Blaster.
Sacrificing, what is it? They're sacrificing a red
Setting
heifer.
his man up now. The Master Blaster still raking across the eyes, thinking he's in full control. Sets Scott into those ring ropes. Good block by Super Kick, and there it is, the move that takes out.
I kind of like that.
The Master
I like that
Blaster.
finish.
1, 2, 3, and it is
Your king and I are going to a Halloween party. Is it like one of those where you wear the mask and then you like fuck different people? Like on Eyes Wide Shut?
Actions of Scott Armstrong. Joey Magliano.
Wait a minute. First of all, from this point forward, that's Magliano. Magnificent Magliano. Got it, Chuck?
Magnificent
Got it, Chuck.
Magliano. We've noticed you taking notes, and I am assuming you have a great interest in the USA Junior.
Have you guys ever seen the videos that Hannibal will post? And it'll be like of Abdullah the Butcher wearing a suit for like the Hall of Fame ceremony, you know, something anybody would wear a suit to. And Hannibal will be like, whenever Abdullah tells you that he doesn't have any money, remember that 25 years ago he wore a suit to a Hall of Fame ceremony. He's loaded.
Heavyweight title tournament that is ongoing.
Well, yeah, I took notes on Scott Armstrong, so what of it? I've also been scouting some guys from Mexico I got to wrestle the next few weeks. Don't make a big deal out of it. Enough with you.
Alice Cooper.
First of all, I'm here for one reason, and one reason only.
Alyssa and Michael, they sound all
Of
right.
any of you nothing happening Alabama rednecks either.
I feel like Alyssa's like a reliable name.
Plain and simple. I'm here for the Junior Heavyweight Championship.
Hey, what's up, Jeremy?
By any means necessary.
Listen,
There are a lot of
everybody,
competitors in this tournament, guys from Japan, guys from
It's Magnificent Magliano, please, from now on.
Mexico. Well, Scott Armstrong, if you're the man to beat, like everybody here in Alabama says you are, then this is directed directly to you, my friend.
Oh, we're in
Plain
Alabama.
and
Okay,
simple, I can get things
fantastic.
done. Inside and outside
Home
the
of
ring.
some
One
of my
phone call is all
worst
it takes.
wrestling experiences.
Something could happen to you. Something could happen to a member of your family. It's nothing
Oh,
personal,
threatening
it's business.
family members, very
So
Thorpe
I'll make
coded.
you an offer. If you're smart, you won't refuse. Drop out of the tournament. Put your tail between your legs and
Drop
go
out of the
home.
tournament or your family gets it.
The words of the Magnificent One, and obviously this is one.
Hey, Daninsky, I talked to Ruby yesterday. I'm thinking about doing a, I'm thinking about doing
Another man who never was liked too much in the
an in-depth
area.
interview with Ruby about the OG
Right now,
Bridgeburn.
let's go to some comments with Bob Cottle and Dirty Dutch.
Hi, wrestling fans. I'm Bob Cottle, along here with Dutch Mantell. We got some great news for all you wrestling fans. USA Wrestling has expanded all the way from California across the Gulf Coast and into Alabama. Outstanding wrestling, Dutch, and I know you're familiar with it, and you're familiar with a lot of guys.
So they
in
were
USA Wrestling.
partnering with
Well, first of all,
Smoky
let me tell you
Mountain, I
something
guess,
about the
kind
Gulf
of.
Coast. I'm on a personal first-name basis with most of the people down there because I beat up most of the people I run across. I beat up people in Birmingham and Dothan, Montgomery, Pensacola, Florida. Everywhere that I've gone, I have left carnage in my wake. Now, some of the wrestlers, I know you want information now, but some of the wrestlers they're talking to is the Iron Sheik, the Russian Warhead, the Junkyard Dog, myself, Dirty Dutch Mantell. I'm in negotiations
Ruby has
with
to
USA
clear a
Wrestling
few
right now, and
legal
another
issues
guy
before the
by the
interview,
name of
but
Austin
I'm
Idol
hopeful
is
that it will
attempting
happen.
to make a comeback, and everybody knows he had a bad car wreck.
And
the
then
question
hopefully
remains, can
Grace will
Austin
see it
Idol recover
and want to do a
sufficiently enough so
and
he
make
can ever step
a
back in the ring? My
make a
answer to that is
response
no,
interview.
But then again, Austin Idol, he can do a lot of things a lot of other people don't think he can do. So he may step back in the ring for USA Wrestling right there.
The Russian Warhead, Boris Zukov, next on USA Wrestling. Stay with us.
USA Wrestling continues after this brief pause.
I'm not talking to OPC Don. First of all, OPC Don is a liar. he's not going to be honest with me in any way whatsoever, in my opinion. He doesn't like me, so he's not going to give me like a, you know, he's not going to see it as like an opportunity to create a lore document.
But you've also got a sore throat and a stuffy nose. Put yourself in one place where the vapor action formula of Hall's Mentholyptus.
Vegas and Cox. Oh my lord. I'm sorry, I don't know why it's silent. Let me tell you something, man. When we get down to there, that ring, we're gonna teach Magnificent Magliano a lesson, punk, and don't ever doubt it. Tell him about it, Blondie. Well. Gay demolition, yeah. This is so... I wonder why the audio's cut out.
Right now, we hail our women just like we hail the wrestlers. We mow them down. They keep coming at.
There you go, though. We got the line that counted. We treat the women like we treat the wrestlers. We mow them down.
We keep mowing them down, baby. I'm going to tell you something. As long as me and Rex have been a team, we have never been defeated. And you got teams like rumored, like the Rock and Roll Express might be coming in here. We've heard. Let me tell you something. You do Ross Perot lookalikes. You guys are going to go down.
Ross Perot lookalikes.
Stay away. Stay in retirement. They might be conceded, but they're a team to... Ladies and gentlemen, this television contest, one fall. It is a 10-minute time limit. In the ring, weighing in at 232 pounds from Huntsville, Alabama, would you welcome Kevin Neal.
I saw this guy in Alabama, and they eventually brought him up, I think, to some other indies out of that region, but it's where I got the... It's why I called Kitchen Man Dan Cabana Man Dan, because I saw a wrestler called Cabana Man Dan, and like his big move was the flip-flop chop. He actually had like, he would take off... He wrestled in flip-flops, and he would take the flip-flop off and like do a Ric Flair chop with it. There was another guy too, another Alabama wrestler that was like partnered with Dan, but I can't remember what the guy's name is. Well, they're bisexual, right?
And ladies and gentlemen, entering the ring,
Ross Perot, very primetime coded.
Here is the Russian warhead, Boris.
They're bisexual, right? They like to mow down men and women.
Ladies and gentlemen, Boris Zukov has asked that everyone please rise in obedience to the national anthem of Russia.
I don't think so, pal. Who's this, the Swedish chef? He's not even trying. Come on.
Russian warhead, Boris Zukov, and joining me here at ringside.
Isn't there somebody in the chat that goes to church with the Russian warhead?
Wrestling super kick, Scott Armstrong, and obviously Zukov finished some kind of a time war.
Well, I'll tell you something, brother. I don't know about all that, Charlie, but I'll tell you he's one of the biggest, baddest men in this business today. And for USA Wrestling to have him here on their cards, I believe that's a feather in their cap. You know, he's been in the WWF, he's been in WCW, he's been in all the big organizations, and as you can see now, he's chosen to come
He's
right
been
here
in
to
IPW out of Arkansas.
And a big, bulky man he is. You won't see a lot of fancy, high-flying moves out of this guy. It's brute force all the way.
You know, without a doubt, somebody the
What do you guys think of him wearing the Josh Alexander headpiece?
And right now, it looks like he's not winning that battle.
And that is something, Scott, that you know very well can be done against a big guy like this. But you have got to fly high. You have got to stay on your man continuously.
Oh, laying him in.
Any kind of headway against something with the power and the size of the Russian warhead.
Without a doubt, Charlie, you know, this man, you could hear that chop a minute ago just thunderous across that poor man's chest. And I'll tell you right now,
That
see how
poor
he
man.
pulls the man up and throws him down like a sack of potatoes. He doesn't know what it's like. He's so strong, he doesn't realize how strong he truly really is. You just have to use that speed and ability to try to outsmart that man. You know, it's a mental game as well as physical.
There we see power submission move on Kevin Neal by the Russian warhead, Boris Zukov. Takes his man up again. Look at this.
Oh, all the weight on the back of his neck. If that boy can get up from that, I won't believe it. No, that's it. No,
Wait a minute. He had the man pinned, but there. This is uncalled for.
that definitely is uncalled for. You know, something like that in this sport, you need to go ahead. If you've got the man pinned, go ahead and pin him, get your arm raised, call it a day, and get to the house. Right now, the boy's making a heck of an effort, though.
Yes, he is making a gallant effort against the big Russian. Oh, there is that boot right to the face of Kevin Neal. And
Charlie, I don't know what would be worse, taking a boot to the face or a big headbutt from that head. Which do you think?
it'd be a toss-up, Scott. Guarantee you that. And here we go. Zukov takes his man up by the hair. Good shot to the lower rib cage of Kevin Neal. Again, solid power moves all the way.
Right in the nose. He's got to be seeing double. And, brother, if you're seeing two of that man right there, I wouldn't want to be in the ring. I'll tell you that right now.
Look at that. Using his
The
boot
Prairie
as a
Dogger.
turnbuckle and putting the head of Kevin Neal
Oh, I gotta
firmly into
sneeze,
that
hang on.
boot. Takes his man into the far turnbuckle now. Here he comes. What a clothesline.
Almost ripped his head off, Charlie. That's got to be it. It looks like he's got something left he's thinking about to get.
Now, which is worse? It's over. 1, 2, 3, and your winner of the
Didn't Andre the Giant have that gimmick for one night with Bad News Brown?
Scott, best of luck in that USA Junior Heavyweight Tournament ongoing. And folks, thank you for joining us for the premiere of USA Wrestling. A lot of things we're going to cover in this hour. One thing we would like to mention is that USA is interested in helping your organization, club and organization, raise money.
What's up,
for
Wrestle Plunge?
various fundraisers. There's a way you can get in touch with us. If you'll look on your screen now, the USA Wrestling Hotline number is there. Area code
We're missing the USA
904-434.
chant. This is bullshit.
7973, and we'll be bringing you that number additional times throughout the course of today's program so that you can call the hotline and find out how you might have USA Wrestling in your community as a fundraiser. And still in the ring, still going on.
Imagine if you did have the power, though, to shit weather on people. Like you could shit rain or sunshine.
And he is coming out now
Or
to our
imagine
broadcast.
shitting a
Couple of things we
typhoon.
would like to note that I think there have been a lot of changes in Russia since these symbols are now gone.
Not good for Zukov. You know why? Because I do not trust Americans. Americans have already stabbed our country in the back. Everything
I already
you say is
stabbed him in
lies.
the back.
To me, the hammer and sickle will live forever for Zukov. You see in the ring, the sickle and the warhead hammer. When the warhead come from Zukov, no wrestler get out the mat. Go down. 1, 2, 3.
All right, and something else interesting to note, you still have that headgear on.
That's right, because it brings back much intensity for Zukov when I was training to be champion in amateur
I don't
wrestling.
care for the
That's all I want to remember
chin
now.
thing.
It's to be number one, and there's a lot of challenges here. I have defeated every major opponent in wrestling, all the way to the biggest man, and you know what I'm talking about. But there are some big challenges here. I'm interested in seeing the return of Austin Idol, because he is a legend. He has not been defeated, and I want to defeat Austin Idol. The figure four leg lock has never been broken. And Idol, it'll be interesting to
Huh?
see
It's never
what
been
you can
broken.
do after such a serious car accident.
Well, we'll see the return of the Universal Heartthrob
What's
right
the
after
number
this on USA Wrestling. Stay with us.
USA Wrestling continues. Don't you dare go away.
Don't you dare go away.
Budget with no extra money for clothes? Don't worry. Big Saber Thrift Store is your answer. At Big Saber Thrift Store, you can clothe a
Remember
child
that
for a day
time
at
that
school for as
Grace
low
and
as
Ruby went to one of these and they tried to steal those dresses?
Lawyers serving injured persons at 985-3250. Privy View of
The lady was like, "Yeah, you can step outside for a minute," and then they just hung outside for like half an hour.
Had been in a very bad, tragic automobile wreck. The doctor said he may never walk again. I'm proud to bring in as a part of USA Wrestling with all the great stars, the Universal Heartthrob, live, living, and breathing, Austin
That dress
Idol.
was looked real good on Grace, but I think because of the theft accusations, they weren't allowed to buy it.
Because, you see, when the promoters called me and they said, Austin Idol
something big is getting ready to happen in the state of Alabama. There's going to be a huge splash in the state of Alabama. Things are happening big time in the state of Alabama. The National Collegiate Football Team, #1 in Alabama.
Big things happening in Alabama. We're moving Space Command. Austin Idol is recovered from his automobile accident. Great wrestler. Great guy.
The Iron Sheik, whether you hate him or not, you gotta hate him. Boris Zukov, The Bullet, Scott Armstrong, Joey Magliano. The names are endless.
Please.
The people are thriving. They're coming in.
Magnificent
Phones are ringing
Magliano.
off the hook, and I said, you know, I was in an accident. You know, it was near tragedy. I almost bought the farm. The doctors say, Idol, forget wrestling, it's all over. But, you know, Rocky Balboa...
Yeah, Rick Steiner never... I thought it made perfect sense with him.
But you see, Jack, it ain't make-believe. And I don't care if it's Boutwell Auditorium downtown Birmingham. I don't care if it's in Mobile at the fairgrounds. I don't care if it's at the Farm Center in Dothan. I don't care if it's in Montgomery, Teague Arena. You name it, Jack. I'll be
Ass
there because you know
bag.
something? When it comes
What's
to
up,
Alabama,
Skooky's
and when it
Lounge?
comes to Austin Idol,
Skoo60's
and
Lounge?
all the boys out there, and all the girls, and all the little idols, whether they're black, they're white, they're red, they're yellow, or they're
If
green,
you ever
it
see
don't
my
make no
clips of
difference to
Lindsay
me.
Valandry,
Because you see,
I
there's
always,
no movement
whenever I'm
now.
thinking of the
Get
titles, I
ready
always
for
say
it.
I'm
The
like
train's
in a
gonna move
Trump
fast.
voice, because it's the
You gotta
great
be ready
Lindsay
for it.
Valandry.
I'm moving fast.
What a woman.
Ladies and gentlemen, this very special TV match is one fall with a special 10-minute time limit. Introducing in the ring at 221 pounds from Chicago, Illinois, here is Mike Mitchell.
Finally, Mike Mitchell.
And ladies and gentlemen, the music will tell the story as he makes his way to ringside. He weighs in at 242 pounds from Las Vegas, Nevada. The Universal Heartthrob. The
Oh, here we go.
#1 man, Austin
Too bad for Austin Idol. His comeback is against Mike Mitchell. I don't see him being able to win this one.
Referee Von Ridley.
Universal Heartthrob, Austin Idol, as he returns to the ring. You know, super kick Scott Armstrong.
Mike Mitchell.
At ringside, and Scotty, let me say that the chances are great. Anytime you step into that squared circle of
Macho
bodily
Man.
injury, and you add that to the chances of injury in the extensive amount of miles one has to travel to compete in this profession, the odds ran out on the Universal Heartthrob about 2 years ago.
Yes, you can say that again, Charlie. You know, he was in that very bad car wreck. He was laid up in the hospital. The doctor said, let alone live.
How
will
long
he
they
ever
gonna
walk
coast
again?
on this
And the
car
man
accident?
Has just overcome surmountable odds, and here he is today.
I think
looking
so,
fine as wine
Russell
and doing it
Plunge.
Only as Austin Idol can do it, brother, and you know that's a
Idol
unique
didn't
way.
never got
Couple
a
good blocks against
Dark
Mitchell
Side of the
right
Ring,
there
did he?
in
That might be
in
an
that
interesting
corner.
one.
Oh, yeah. Looks like he's back.
That's exactly right. He's been in the gym. He runs. He's doing the aerobics. I mean, the guy's unbelievable. He's eating right, and you can look at his body and tell. If you could have seen him 2 years ago, Charlie, I went to the hospital and saw him, and it was really sad because the man's body had taken just a transformation, and definitely for the worse, as you can imagine, after a car wreck like his.
I pretty much only like to do the Trump voice in that those specific instances where he seems like he's really happy and he's like gloating, but he's always like puts all those extra like adjectives on everything.
We're going to be coming to the schools and talking to a lot of the kids, and I know Austin Idol is going to take a big interest in that.
Exactly right. And first of all, I want to say to you...
Do you
I didn't
think
have
it
a
was
chance to say
because
before.
even though like I think he's great on the mic, I think he's okay in the ring too. Like I think he's a really good overall performer, but do you think that do you think he kind of maybe had the mindset of like he either needed to be at the very top or he didn't want to be there? You know what I mean? Because like in Memphis, he's always up at the top, but then like I think he could have been a really good fit in WWF or WCW, but like he was never going to be like the guy there in either case, I don't think. Or even a top guy. He probably would have been like a high mid-card guy, I think.
Before you walked out, best of luck to you in the big ongoing
I don't think
tournament
Vince
for
would have
that
liked
junior
Austin
title.
Idol against Hulk Hogan. I don't think he wanted like a chatty villain.
Oh, did you see that? Idol outsmarting him. See, he's thinking too. He's a thinking man in the ring. You tell him, Mike, whoa.
Whoa! Nobody home. Mike Mitchell goes down to the canvas, And that'll further take the wind out of his sail, I would say.
I'll say so. Looks like he's heading towards the dressing room. He don't want no more Austin Idol. But you know what Idol will say? Get
Mike
back.
Mitchell,
And he goes
seasoned
down.
veteran. He's just
Put
taking a
Mike Mitchell
minute. He's
down.
got till
The
10.
all-time popular black athlete in professional wrestling is still to come. Oh, JYD himself.
That's right.
You
George
had to, I
Lloyd
think,
George,
back
one
in
of
the
biggest
territory
competitors.
days, as
You know,
competitive
him
as it
and
was.
Austin Idol, what kind of team you reckon they'd make?
And when like
What kind of team would
you
they run?
your performance would dictate your place on the card or your and how you maneuvered politically, like entirely different environment than when you're just on a guaranteed contract.
Things going his way. There goes Idol into the turn. Oh, Mitchell caught him with a clothesline. Looks like Mike Mitchell's going to be somebody to reckon with.
Well, exactly right, but has he got enough power?
Is he a
behind
nudist,
those
Daninsky?
blows to really stun
Like
someone
Kevin
of the
Sullivan?
caliber of the Universal Heartthrob Austin Idol.
Look at
Uh-oh,
Idol
he's
now,
idling
boy.
out.
He done riled him up. I'll tell you something, Charlie. The man is in unbelievable shape. Look at him. Look at Mitchell running for his life. Not a chance, brother. Boom.
Okay, do you think though, Daninsky, that do you think that Austin Idol though has the same level of like Orndorff was a loudmouth, but he like I think he had like an aura that he was a physical threat to Hogan because he was such a like big guy. Do you think Idol would have that same? You know, I mean, Orndorff would do chicken shit stuff sometimes, but I think he was mostly like a kind of a strong heel, and Austin Idol would be more of like he couldn't stand, I don't think they would book him to go toe to toe with Hogan. They'd have to like fuck him over somehow going into it to make Hogan like, you know, not 100%.
Caught on the exit there.
And I don't think they would like it either because I think that Austin Idol, if given the opportunity, looking at his career, if he had a chance to get into a promo battle with Hogan, he might even getting close to keeping pace with Hogan, I think would be a problem for Hogan and Vince.
There, the Universal Heartthrob Austin Idol starts with a series of rights and lefts, puts his man down the canvas. Here it is.
There it is, brother. The Las Vegas.
Man, I remember those old Paul Orndorff segments that were on like Primetime Wrestling where he would like be walking around a gym working out and then he would walk by people and just start A-logging them, like criticizing the guy's form, or he'd call some lady fat or something. Like I thought those were like I always say like that it's kind of dumb when people say like you could never do that nowadays, but like I know that you could do it. I don't see anybody really being willing to do that though on a national level. But they really got him over as a heel. Like he's really easy to hate.
It's there, clamped in, and what kind of pressure does this do?
Brother, it'll snap a knee.
Like I feel like Idol would have to like just sell the entire match for Hogan. I don't know how he would get him in jeopardy unless he like
Young Mike Mitchell, he is submitting, and there we hear the
like
bell.
hit him in the
winner of
knee
this
with the
match
belt
will
or
be
something.
What a comeback. What a comeback match for the Universal Heartthrob.
Without a doubt, Charlie. What a heck of a comeback. Congratulations go to Austin Idol.
Did they ever have a wrestler, I wonder? Or ever have a match, I wonder? You know who else I really would like to see is Hogan against Dundee. But I don't know who all Hogan wrestled while he was in Memphis. Hogan versus Dundee would be amazing. Yeah, they're great heel promos.
Wrestling, our premier show, ladies and gentlemen. If we could, let's take a look. If we've got it
His mic skills are underrated in my opinion. I think a lot of people maybe haven't taken the time to really look into his like the stuff that showcases his personality, but he was amazing on the mic.
Hard series of lefts and comes around with that roundhouse.
And I'm sure at the time, like, you'd really hate the guy because, like, Austin Idol, you might think you might have a chance in a fight against Austin Idol. There's no way a large amount of people would believe they could beat Paul Orndorff in a fight. So, like, you've got a guy that's not only talking shit to you, but that, like, can back it up, you know? Which is, like, a whole nother, like, level of heat with a lot of people.
The Universal Heartthrob, Austin Idol on Mike Mitchell. And there he goes, clamping it in. Take a close look, and you'll see how it works, folks. He ties those legs up, putting pressure down and super kick. Scott Armstrong put it best. It, in just a matter of a split second, can snap a man's bone And a submission was imminent here as we see the defeat of Mike Mitchell.
Mike
at the
Mitchell,
hands
I
of the
thought, I
Universal
mean-
Heartthrob, Austin Idol, in
Oh,
his
boy, here we go.
return match on the premiere of USA Wrestling. Joining us now, former WWF World Heavyweight
A to
Champion,
Z,
the
baby.
Iron Sheik, who has a special challenge here in the USA area. And before we get his comments,
The USA
let's go
area.
to the tape right now that tells the whole story of the challenge of the Iron Sheik, the $10,000 challenge.
Oh, that guy in
I'm
the
in the
crowd.
ring.
Woo!
$1,000 challenge.
Wrestling fans, I'm in the ring right now with one of the
Woo!
most controversial wrestlers ever from all time. He is former WWF heavyweight champion. He is the Iron Sheik. He has a special challenge to all wrestlers.
Oh, yeah, 100, yeah.
Weightlifters, bodybuilders, football players, or anybody in the United
Idol
States.
Mania.
He twirls Persian clubs that weigh 75 pounds. These
As always, as pretty much with everything at this point, Hulkamania stolen from Memphis.
These Persian clubs are 75 pounds apiece, and he'll
Or
double
did he
any-
see
you do
Austin
one,
Idol
he'll
in
do two.
Florida
You do five, he'll
when he
do
was
10.
before he
Iron Sheik,
became a worker?
Yes, sir. You've explained it perfect, Michael Jackson, because intelligent American know I come to America not because talk about politician, because I know American come over to take to my country, but also I'm
Mark
here
the Sultan,
for one
thank you.
reason, to wish luck all my
What a great
Iranian,
gimmick the
Iraqi,
Sultan
Muslim
was.
brother, and also I come here, USA Wrestling, especially in Alabama.
What's up, Travis Drum?
Roughest country, wrestling country.
Absolutely,
USA.
Bubba.
I saw it. I heard this about Austin Idol.
Iron
about
Sheik
John
number
Dog,
one.
about Scott
Blubber lips Ben,
Armstrong.
beach ball
I know
head
the
grace.
greatest, the great there was, but also in this world, somebody is then better than another. Now, I'm going to show my exercise.
Well, he
I'm
admitted
gonna
it in
do
one
demonstration,
interview, and then he said he was on a
any
lot of
human being,
muscle
like you said,
relaxers, so he didn't know what he was
bodybuilder,
talking about.
wrestler, anybody does, I'm gonna do double. If I cannot, I never come back wrestling again, or I give him a $10,000. Now, look at me, pay attention what I'm doing. Just a minute.
The fuck you, the Patriot was awesome,
Yes, I
man.
will. He says he will give
dare you.
anybody
If you were here, we'd have some real
$10,000
problems.
if he cannot double what you do with the 75-pound Persian club, the Iron Sheik.
Ya Allah. Ya
Very
Muhammad,
humble.
Ya Ali.
Oh, thank you, Travis Drum.
He is a strong man in his own rights. He is a different type of strong man. And I will get out
That really
his
got
way.
me heated, man.
Yo, son. Yo, son.
75-pound Persian clubs. Each one of those weighs 75 pounds apiece. That is his way to twirl them. He has said that anybody that can twirl them more than he can, he will double it. Or if he cannot
The
double
Sultan
it,
all the way?
he
No
will
way.
give them $10,000.
He feuded with
Is that right, Sheik?
Rocky Maivia.
I know.
When he was in the
Alabama is
blue.
a wrestling country. I know a lot of
Man, the
top
fuck you, dude. The
wrestlers
Patriot
in
was so good, man. He had
USA.
great matches
Alabama,
all
Birmingham,
across the board.
Montgomery, and,
okay.
in the, what do you call Dayton,
Did he ever wrestle
Dalton,
Jerry Lawler
Alabama,
during that run in WWF? Persian clubs are no joke? No,
Everybody know me, especially your father. You can go ask him. Tell you who is the WWF AU Pan American Olympic. Ya Allah, Ya Muhammad, Ya Ali. Cameraman.
Backlund has a set of them that the Sheik gave him. I saw he showed him in a shoot interview one time.
Athletes inside and outside of professional wrestling have tried, but no one has succeeded. You're absolutely right, Charlie.
I on
know
it, like,
Alabama,
legitimately,
lot of predators-
in my opinion, I think they should have gave him a title run. I know everybody shits on him, but I thought that the Bret Hart feud was so good, and I wouldn't have had any issue with him having like a short, or like even just dropping it back to Bret like on Raw the next night or something. I just think he would have looked. The Patriot had such a cool look, and then imagine him with that winged eagle belt. Oh my God.
These people call USA.
I always want to put the belt on the patriotic character, though. Hey, Sammy Boy Smith, here he has a 10-incher. That was actually debunked by Sean Oliver whenever he did the shoot interview with the Sheik. He asked him about it, and they rewatched the Hogan match where he puts him in the camel clutch, and during that series of moves, the Iron Sheik pops a boner, and Sean Oliver tells him that that doesn't look like it's 10 inches, and the Sheik just starts laughing. Sammy Gangbang Extraordinaire. Wow. Who the chump one?
Iron Sheik, and still to come, we've got action from JYD, the Junkyard Dog. As USA Wrestling
Yeah, Sal Sincere definitely took it over. That's always been disputed, I think, of the legalities involved.
Action coming up on USA Wrestling. So stay right there.
I liked Del Wilkes. He had a real interesting wrestling style to me for some reason. I don't know. But again, I'm really biased. I really like the patriotic characters.
The new kids on the block, the new people in town.
Don't you think he would have looked badass, a masked wrestler with the with like the All USA, and then with that winged eagle belt?
I ever had the pleasure to meet, Junkyard Dog.
I hear the trailer coming. It's coming around the bend. I ain't been to Alabama since I don't know when. That's what my man Johnny Cash used
Oh,
to
you
say.
think it's holding him back?
I'm spreading my horizon.
It's like an accordion if you
I'm going
took it
all over
off,
the
it
state
would
of Alabama,
expand.
and I'm gonna shut up, get nasty on each and every individual that step in those 4 square circles with the dog.
Dog, Boris Zirkov, the Russian warhead.
The Russian warhead. Hey, I'ma act just like you're born in my yard. When I step into the house, I kick the door down, and I'm gonna naturally come in and take over. I don't claim to be bad, but I'm the baddest dog around. So one,
I just think he
come
would have
on,
looked so
get
cool
down,
with the
let's
title, like.
have a natural ball.
It's like I think Cody Rhodes would look good with the winged eagle would look good on him with his patriotic
Here's
shit.
the bullet, ladies and gentlemen.
Well, it's good to be here, and it's good to see the Junkyard Dog here. You were talking about that Russian warhead, brother. I saw this man headbutt a Brahma Bull and knock him to his knees. Took him
Brahma
a half
Bull?
hour just to stand back up again. And when they start saying, another one bites the dust, I get chills myself. And I'm going to tell you one thing. The Bullet's in here for competition. If I get a chance to team up with this man, brother, I won't worry about my back. USA is going all the way, brother. I'm going to show him, but bad to the bone is still around, still chunking and grooving. And, brother, we own that train. Austin Idol said the trains are moving fast. Come on, brother.
We need to watch some Bob Armstrong, and we have to do a Ron Wright episode. I desperately need a Ron Wright episode in my life.
And I got to ask you, USA fans,
He was your brother's legit favorite wrestler. I mean, I love that
all over the
run.
area, Birmingham, Pensacola, Mobile, all over the South. USA Wrestling will be in your town. Be there.
Be there. Be there.
USA Wrestling presents this special event, one fall, 10-minute time limit. First of all, in the ring, weighing in at 241 pounds from Brandon, Florida, here is Jeff Bradley.
Oh, a young LA Knight. Oh.
Making his way to the ring, former WWF World Heavyweight Champion. Weighs in at 317 pounds from New Orleans, Louisiana.
WWF World Heavyweight Champion. What?
Another one bites the dust. The Junkyard Dog.
Got the crowd going right here on USA Wrestling.
This is a real. What's going on with this song?
Thank you for joining us today. Now, the dog with that forearm to the
It
side
felt
of
like
the
something
face.
was like a little bit off about it.
Oh, what a clothesline. What a clothesline coming off the ropes there. Jeff Bradley not really getting much of a chance to even...
I think Lawler against the
get in
Patriot would have been a
first
fun
gear, much
match
less
for
out of
some
first
reason.
gear against this big athlete known as
Oh,
JYD.
man.
Full slam on Bradley. What a match we have going here. Takes his man up. Whoa. That'll do some damage. Now Bradley trying to fire back a right that had no effect whatsoever on the Junkyard Dog. There's that headbutt now to the side of the head. Bradley scrambling
Remember
around
the
under
Junkyard
canvas.
Dog Ric Flair match?
Junkyard Dog.
Woof.
What a history behind this man in professional wrestling.
What do you think about the
Most
head into the
popular black
turnbuckle
athlete
repeatedly
in the history of
move?
professional wrestling. Oh, power slam by the dog. It's over. 1, 2, 3. It didn't take long, folks.
Good.
And your winner out of New Orleans, Louisiana, the one and only JYD, Junkyard Dog. We've got a lot more great action to come today on USA Wrestling. We want to thank you once again for being part
I mean, that's
of our
about the best way to
very
use
first
him,
show.
right? Bring him
Again,
out, have him
maybe
hit the moves everybody knows, and
because
short and
as
sweet.
a fundraiser, there are going to be a lot of things that you might want to have professional wrestling in your area to raise funds for. The USA Wrestling
Should we contact
Hotline,
USA
you can contact
Wrestling
them for
about
details on how
having
to
a
have fundraisers in your area.
$306
USA Hotline, area
fundraiser?
code 904-434-7973. Congratulations, Dog, on your first win at USA.
You know, it's a pleasure to be here. We're such stars as Austin Idol, Bob Armstrong, and myself, the Bully. And let me tell you people out there something. It's been a long time coming, and I know things going to change. So as for you, Iron Sheik, and that big dice head that's from Russia, I got a headbutt too, baby, and I'm looking for you.
Thank you very much, JYD. Let's go to the ring now for the introduction of our next match.
Ladies and gentlemen, this match is scheduled one fall, 10-minute time limit. First of all, in the ring at 226 pounds from Detroit, Michigan, here is Richard Anderson.
Richard, oh my gosh, guys, listen to this. They spent the ATF, are you hearing this? They spent the money to bring this guy in all the way from Detroit, and they're in Alabama. That says a lot about what they think about this guy.
His opponent making his way to
I
the
forgot
ring
his
wearing the
name,
orange
but
mask. At 238
he's one to
pounds
watch.
for the volunteer state of Tennessee, he calls himself simply Mr. Tennessee.
Oh, Mr. Tennessee.
Mr. Tennessee taking on Richard Anderson.
Richard
on USA
Anderson
Wrestling today.
versus Mr. Tennessee. Oh man, I love this gimmick already.
Mr. Tennessee, collar and elbow lockout, center of the ring. Anderson putting his man over into the ring ropes.
Yeah, Scott Hall would have been a good champion. I mean, just performance-wise. I don't know about off-camera, but
Some strange
Richard, yeah, he's going to MacGyver his way into a win over Mr. Tennessee.
I've heard buzzing around the dressing room.
Oh.
His purpose here at USA Wrestling.
Man, imagine how fast a Mr. Tennessee figure would sell out on, like, the Mattel website.
By Richard Anderson, but it's Mr. Tennessee cutting
Boy, this
things
guy's
off.
terrible. Look at him go,
quickly.
man.
Takes his man
Ooh,
body
big slam.
taunting this capacity studio crowd.
So he's a Mr. Tennessee. Okay, never mind. We're in Alabama. I get it now.
Into the ring ropes again.
Tinfoil
Good.
stick of gum.
Clothesline by Mr. Tennessee.
I thought it was like a cheap babyface thing, but I forgot they were in Alabama.
Great action so far today. Still a lot more to come on this edition of USA Wrestling. And once again, our thanks for you being a part of this premiere episode. Mr. Tennessee now keying in on
Mr.
the
Tennessee.
left arm, but then goes to this blatant hair pull.
I would have put the title on Mr. Tennessee. I would have built around the heel.
Good reversal. High back body drop.
I got to remember to buy a lottery ticket. Raven's getting old, and I really need to, if we're going to do Heroes of Wrestling, I need to win the lottery like ASAP so that we can get that last Raven run.
Of Roll Tide coming out of the crowd.
He's going to be like Jim Cornette when he did Smoky Mountain, had Bob Armstrong. Like Raven's going to be my Bob Armstrong.
Mr. Tennessee. Oh, good.
Ooh, did you see him give him the mid-boot, the middle boot?
3 count, and it is over. It turned around in a short period of time. And our winner of the match from the volunteer state, the masked man, Mr. Tennessee.
That's right, baby. Somebody brought me down here to do a thing. Let's go to a videotape right now and just see who the man is.
Well, we have some video tape. Is that what you're saying?
Let's just see. I got a man that brought me in. Let me show you people who knows just what I'm going to do to the bullet.
Let's take a look at it now.
Wrestling fans, I'm Bob Caudle.
Dude, look how much dude touches his hair, Dr. Tom.
For all
It's
you wrestling
fucking
fans,
nuts.
USA Wrestling is expanding all the way from California, across the Gulf Coast, into Alabama, all through that area. And, of course, you're going to be seeing outstanding stars. Jim Cornette, I know you got special interest in one person in USA Wrestling.
Well, that's exactly right. You know, you got a guy down here who calls himself the Bullet, wears a sock over his face, trying to hide his identity. Everybody knows it's Bob Armstrong.
Sock face.
And everybody knows that the people there in Alabama, all over the Gulf Coast, they love Bob Armstrong. But, of course, you know, the people down there, you know what the favorite dinner is of somebody?
Big
The
Josh.
favorite dinner of somebody from Alabama, Stan?
What's that, Jim?
That's whatever was too slow crossing the highway yesterday. Let me tell you something, Bob Armstrong. As you can see, we're in Smoky Mountain Wrestling. And we have
Dandruff.
a situation
What's
here
up,
over
PR
the past
Kevin?
year where Bob Armstrong is the commissioner. of
PR
Smoky
Kevin,
Mountain
are you the
Wrestling.
Kevin that
He doesn't
donated
wrestle
$1,000
here.
to
He's the
Ruby
commissioner.
Spacek
But now
yesterday?
in USA Wrestling, the Bullet is wrestling. Sounds to me like there's something fishy going on. And Bob Armstrong, you and I, we don't actually see eye to eye very often. So I'll tell you what, I got a guy named Mr. Tennessee. He's got a mask just like you do, Bullet. And I'm going to send him down there to USA Wrestling just to take care of a little unfinished business between me
Big
and
Bill.
our dear commissioner. And then, guys,
Well, I guess that's what you call straight from the horse's mouth.
That's right. All I got
Huh?
to say, watch your back, boys. You watch the parking lot. I'm coming out to you, Daddy.
There you have it.
It
coming
wasn't
from
you?
Mr.
Okay.
Tennessee and
I was just checking, like no
Mr.
judgment if it was.
The mouth, Jim Cornette. Still to come, we've got some footage of rock and roll.
No, Daninsky. No. Raven will wrestle. I'll get him whatever we have to get. Stem cells. We'll get blood donations from Darby Allin or something. We're gonna get Raven in the ring. He's gonna be my champion for about, I don't know, 4 to 6 months. And then eventually he's gonna turn babyface for his final feud against Savvy Guy, and then that's when he's gonna pass the torch. Then Raven will become my Eddie Marlin.
Action coming your way. You stay with us.
Yeah, somebody donated 900. Well, actually not 1,000. I exaggerated. It was $999. Named Kevin, but that's all the information that I have.
Florence Electronics free inventory sale.
Oops, we overbought.
I do have the complete Ruby Spacek Airport methadone withdrawal crash out video. We're gonna watch that on Saturday.
Use hands-free phone, $99 installed.
It's very Keno. Can Rhino? Sure, we can bring in Rhino. Yeah, we'll get some Kratom.
Oh, Betty. Anywhere in the United States is the United States Junior Championship. The finalists are here, Lord. There are only about 6 or 8 left in
No.
the finalists. I have
Raven is smart. He's not like a lot of the guys who go out and do the crazy stuff. For years and years, Raven has had the mentality of get more out of doing less. So that's why I think he'd be the guy to build around, because he protects himself in the ring and he can get the matches over through the promos, and then you can have a little bit of a match, but he can work that really old school Memphis heel style. So this is not going to be a spot fest federation, guys. I'm not down for that.
2 of them with me right now. Scott Armstrong, I'd like to ask you about this.
We're gonna have a
very precious, and I've got some
Mid-South
calls to
Memphis
make.
type
I
atmosphere.
understand we're in Alabama, and this is the most illiterate state in the country. So I'll make this as simple
He's
as
right
I can.
about
I'll
that.
go real
I mean-
slow, try to follow along. A lot of you people may have seen me before. And yeah, I've taken my lumps just like everybody else in this business. But that all stops today. From this day forward, I'm going to use any influences I have and any influences my family has to become the next junior heavyweight.
Savvy Guy's going to point out the fact that as a millennial, he's struggling in this fallen world, and that Gen X and the boomers just refuse to get out of the way. And look at Raven. That's what Raven's doing. He's hanging on. He's keeping the young guys down. And Savvy Guy's there to speak for all the young men, and give them a role model. He's got to topple this, the glass ceiling.
Champion. The tournament's going on all over the country, and I understand the finals are going to be somewhere in Alabama. It could be one of the guys from Japan. It could be you, Mike Jackson. Or it might be you, Scott Armstrong. And if you're all that stands in
Look at
my
this
way
look
of
from
becoming the next
Scott
junior heavyweight
Armstrong.
champion, you can be eradicated. Scott, he's pretty
Looks like a
arrogant.
custom
Well,
like Tony
there's just
Hawk
one word.
skater
I'm not sure about
character.
that last word he said, but the bottom line is there's a tournament going on, and I am fortunate enough to be in the top 10. I tell you what, the tournament, they say the finals will be either in Birmingham, Mobile, Montgomery, or Dothan. One of those 4 towns is going to be chosen for the finals of this USA Junior Heavyweight Championship. You
Yes,
know,
it's going to
no matter
be
what
it's going to
wrestling
be
organization you look at on
storytelling,
television, you can see
and
a
like,
member of the
you know,
Armstrong
in ring
family.
is just going to
That's a
be.
very heavy burden for
We'll
me
do
to
the best
bear.
we can,
So I'll tell
but
you
it's
right
really
now,
going to be
the only
about
way
the
I feel like I
storytelling.
can take care of that is win this tournament, put this belt around my waist, and Mr. Magliano, may the best man win.
Plus, Raven has a thing for Vegan Patriot. And of course, you know, Vegan Patriot's going to be my Hulk Hogan. So she's going to be my big patriotic character. So she'll be there so we can keep, you know, we can dangle that carrot on a stick, you know, to get some good work out of Raven.
As Scott said, 20 wrestlers started for this belt. Only 10 are left. The finalist comes down to the final 2. It'll be somewhere throughout the southeastern USA wrestling area. You want to see some great junior heavyweights. You want to see these guys wrestle. Scott, it's a privilege to have you here. Good luck in the tournament.
Thank you, Mr. Jackson.
Welcome back to USA.
What do you think, Daninsky, about an angle where we bring in Jim Cornette, who comes in and turns heel by helping the Thorpes, right? Probably to like screw over Ruby in some way. And then while he's in the ring after the match and they're doing all their heel stuff, he'll get the phone call from the detractors that tell him everything, to tell him like all the Ben and Grace lore. And then he uses that information to then turn on Ben and Grace.
Wrestling, and we have for the fans, not only in the studio but you at home, a very special greeting.
Let me tell you, get this crap off the TV!
Well, first of all, I think Raven's broke from what I understand, or he's not doing super great. And this is under the assumption that I've won at least, you know, a mildly significant amount of money in a lottery. So we would just give Raven whatever he wanted to get the story that we wanted. It's his finale. He's a great wrestler that really never got his due. He can get it in the Boit with us. We'll give Raven his flowers and give him his, you know, big storytelling send off, and he can put over Savvy Guy, and then he can become the Eddie Marlin. Job for life for Raven at Heroes of Wrestling 2.
The Rock and Roll Tag Team of the 90s, people. So let's get it straight right now. If the Rock and Roll Express is so bad, then where are they?
The Russian
We're
Roll
right
Express.
Here in living color. Roll Express 90s, people. So let's get it straight right now. If the Rock and Roll Express is so bad,
that's my bad.
then
I heard it
where
wrong.
are they? We're right here.
Yeah,
in
he was one of the
living
last
color, and
territory
we're ready
guys,
to go.
too.
All these hits down here in Alabama. Just what? Hey, shut up when we're talking out there.
Yeah,
Let me
shut
tell
up.
you people something. We know the Rock and Roll Express, and we know how they do business. That's why we got
I'm gonna
this
get
guy
us
right
booked
here
at
on the payroll,
Hooplandia.
baby. This is Orion. The Rock and Roll Express are nothing but a bunch of backstabbers, and to make sure it's a 2-on-2 situation.
Cornette gets a
we
phone
got this
call,
man
his cell
watching our
phone goes
back.
off in the
And
ring
just
with
to
Ben and
prove
Grace, and he's
that
like,
we are-
they did what?
Shut up! Just to prove we're the tag team of the 90s, we're going to march right out there right now, and if anybody's got any guts in the back to step out here, we're going to kick some butt.
All right, well,
Are they going to wrestle? In a way, yes. Hopefully, eventually, yes. But see, they'll be motivated by then, you know. But they would the primary gimmick I want from the Thorpes is that every week they give an update from the road saying that they're like on the way there and they'll be there in an hour or whatever. But they never, like, months and months pass and they never actually make it to a show. But they get a segment every time. So I can kind of book around, you know, people's limitations.
that's an open challenge to anyone to see this.
I'm gonna wrestle Grace though in one of those matches like Harvey Whippleman would do, where the guy wears the tuxedo and then the girl wears the evening gown. Oh man, god damn it! Sorry.
Situation, we got this man watching our back, and it's just to prove that we are. Shut up! chance to prove we're the tag team of the 90s. We're going to march right out there right now, and if anybody's got any guts in the back to step out here, we're going to kick some butt.
All right, well, that's an open challenge to anyone to see this Simply Divine.
Ben and Grace are instant heat. They can get anybody over as a baby face. They're always at least mildly interesting, so I think they would be a good hire. Big Chungus and who's medium Chungus? Grace in a bra and panties match? No.
Their opponents here on USA Wrestling, the premiere episode. Austin Idol's going to be at ringside. What's into these guys?
Well, Charlie, I'll tell you one thing. I just got word.
Imagine if we had like a Ric Flair, Ricky Steamboat level match.
Rock and Roll Express was in perfect condition prior to the,
I feel like I could have a good wrestling match with Jedi Joy, because she could really sell. Like, she'd be a real good high flyer.
And if it was anybody,
You could, like, Bubba Ray Dudley throw her into, like, the third row.
I wouldn't doubt if it wasn't them. I tell you what, they are well known all across the country.
Oh, Gay Demolition's back. Oh, I'm sorry, By Demolition. Some were like my personal fantasy. Well, it is. The entire wrestling company is.
Don't do your homework. Believe me, Alabama, the Crimson Tide didn't win the national championship by not doing their homework. So I've done mine too. These guys just set a box office record in a town outside San Juan, Puerto Rico called Bayamon. 60,000 people actually attended the matches where they won the Puerto Rican heavyweight.
We could bring in Dario and Asia Argento to speak with Ben and Grace about, like, father-daughter boundaries.
They're a force to be reckoned with, and I'll tell you the truth. I'd love to see the Rock and Roll Express get in here and mix it up with these dudes, Southern style. I know exactly what you're talking about. Deep in the heart of Alabama, things have a tendency to change in the ring. Boy, they sure do. You know, a lot of people, when they really haven't been here before, they haven't seen
Once
the level
Savvy
of
wins, too,
intensity,
then we have to start
and they
building
really
up
haven't
Jimmy
seen
as our
the
big
type of
baby face.
wrestling that takes place here
He's
in
got to
Alabama
overcome a
today, where they don't know
series
what's in
of
store for 'em.
obstacles put in
These two, no
front of him
doubt,
by the sick,
are two
evil freaks.
roughhousing dudes, and they know wrestling, so they're going to be a day. Look at that move. They're roughhousing dudes, but so are Ricky Morton and Robert Gibson. Oh my.
And ATF Media is going to cut promos like Cornette did in the 90s. Remember where he would shit all over, like, sports entertainment? And he cut those, like, shoot promos on Raw. ATF is going to cut those, saying that all the Boyd people need to get out of wrestling, that they're ruining it.
My goodness. Did you see that? Nobody's going to get up from that.
Don't go full
And they're
Vince.
not either. That was an impressive showing. That is it. Your winners of the match, Simply Divine, Rex and Steve, with their bodyguard.
I don't know, those outfits and then the name Simply Divine.
I don't know anything. We're going to do some research on these folks here. Anytime. You know, Charlie, I'm not backing down from anybody, but I'll tell you something. I'm going to make my little deal brief here. It's been a pleasure being back here. I'm in hopes of a big comeback. I don't have to worry about the fans. I know they'll be there, and I'm going to give it everything I've got, baby, to go all the way. All right, let's take a look at that, if we could, again, at that devastating move just moments ago.
Who else is kind of an older wrestler that's still mildly active?
And are still taunting the crowd as far as the Rock and
Who
Roll
would be
Express.
realistically available?
Well, that's the form of the DDT. There's no question about it. I've not seen
Tommy
people apply
Dreamer.
before, but you can see that. That's got to be devastation.
How come the ECW guys are the only ones that are still working? Rob Van Dam, Tommy Dreamer.
1, 2, 3, and it is over.
Could we get the
And your winners
Sandman? Is
are
he still
Simply
alive?
Divine. And what a hour of action we have seen here today on the premiere of USA Wrestling. First of all, congratulations to you on the big comeback and the win on television today. I know it has to mean a lot to you. It feels good, Charlie. It really feels good. It feels good to be back in Alabama. I mean, this place has always held a very special place in my
I feel like
heart.
if I
mean,
did
can
have a
see the
wrestling
crowd from
company,
here.
I probably would
Welcome
put
back,
myself
Austin
in as a
Idol.
character,
You know,
but I
there
would
ain't
be like a
nothing
Nate
like-
the
I mean,
Rat
there
type
ain't
of
nothing
character.
like
You know what I mean?
a
I feel like that'd be a
star-filled
good way
night
you could be
in
part of the
Alabama.
show
That's why they
without
call Alabama the beautiful. I love
it
and I love
being like a big deal.
God bless everybody. Thank you very much, Universal Heart.
Just manage a low card wrestler or tag team and don't cut promos.
And we'll be bringing you up to date on more tournament action that is taking place right now all over the country on next week's edition of USA Wrestling. A lot of action from folks like Boris Zukov, Super Kick Scott Armstrong. The Bullet was with us. He'll be in action next week here on television. And, of course, on our premiere episode, JYD.
Who else, though? Who else is still wrestling?
Dog. Our thanks to you for joining us.
Could we get Val
for
Venus back?
USA Wrestling. Here, our first premiere show.
What about the Steiner brothers? Are they still active?
Exactly what beyond our hopes of what we would do. I would like to say a special thank you to a studio audience that has to be one of the greatest in the world.
Can you imagine bringing in the Steiner brothers for this kind of bullshit?
Next week, more action for folks like the Universal Heartthrob, Austin Idol, the Russian missile, Boris Zukov,
Scott Steiner versus Lee Cypress.
And where does Jim Cornette play into all of this? A lot of things happening just 1 week in to the promotion of USA Wrestling here in the state of Alabama. Our thanks for you for joining us this week. We'll see you next week on USA Championship Wrestling.
All right, so that was the first ever episode, I guess. That's kind of neat. So the next one is the next sequential episode. What's up, Cody Turbo?
You've been watching the premiere of You.
Cody, what other older wrestlers that are still active could we bring into Heroes of Wrestling reboot besides Raven? Could we get Chris Hero? I know he's not in the best shape right now, but I feel like he's still like a pretty reliable performer. Kwee Wee? I'm not booking the Stro.
Welcome to USA Wrestling.
Yeah, Rob Van Dam. Be like, hey Rob, I want you to meet, this is James Edward Holden, also known as Joel Willis Chand. You're going to be putting him over clean tonight.
Hello, everybody, and welcome once again to USA Wrestling. And we've got a great lineup of professional wrestling here on television today. Super Kick Scott
He's also going to pour gasoline on you and threaten to light you up if Ja doesn't stop unblocking his YouTube or blocking his YouTube views.
Action today, along with Mr. Tennessee Junkyard Dog, Boris Zukov, Simply Divine, and you'll be in action too.
That's exactly right. You know, last week I had a match on here with a man called the Master Blaster. And I understand that all week long he's been calling the offices saying that, you know, I don't know, he got a quick count or I pulled his tights or some rigmarole. But I don't want to piddle in any of that. What I want to do is I told him I'll sign a contract. I'll wrestle him again. I'll wrestle him 10 times in a row if that's what it takes. I'm not going to back down from nobody, and I think everybody here, right here in this TV studio, going to be behind me 100%.
Ooh, Billy Kidman.
Very good. We're down to 8 in the Junior Heavyweight Championship hunt in the tournament, and we'll bring you up to date on more action on that a little bit later on today's program. Get your
What,
pen and
Billy
pencil,
Kidman? Isn't he an agent now, maybe, or something?
You can have USA as a fundraiser.
Warlord, hell yeah.
To you a little later on. Right now, let's get into
No, I'm not going to hire that guy. We have to have reliable people like the Thorpes.
Special television match, one fall with a 10-minute time limit.
Raven.
In the ring to the corner to my right, weighing in at 224 pounds, Phoenix, Arizona. Would you welcome Mike
Get Jay Lethal. Yeah, dude, Jay Lethal would be good just to have on the card. Like if you were legitimately going to book this nuttiness, having a guy like that could have a good match would be definitely worth having around. It's kind of interesting too because a lot of the AEW guys, or at least maybe the Ring of Honor guys, and then a lot of the TNA guys are available like to book for indies, so we could bring in like Joe Hendry to put over Jimmy for a weekend.
USA Wrestling.
Oh, Marty on to interview for sure. Yeah.
Center of the ring, good side headlock by the Bullet as he moves back around into that hammerlock on Mitchell, and Mitchell uses those ring ropes to get out of it.
Mo, what if Marty was like the Professor X of the Sick Evil Freaks?
This week, as you can tell, though, the Bullet is back, and he's in black, and he is ready to rock and roll and strut his stuff, as you can tell.
And it's Mitchell going to the left arm. Good reversal by the Bullet. He He ties up the left arm of Mike Mitchell once again. Hey, it's the ring ropes to get me out of it.
Well, I'll tell you, at least the guy's thinking. He realizes that a man that's twice his size with arms...
Revealed as the higher power of the sick
Snap his
evil
arm in a
freaks.
matter of a second, so he decided he'd go to those ropes and break clean of that.
Side headlock by Mitchell on the Bullet. He clamps down with the pressure. Bullet now takes his...
I mean, Mitchell couldn't get past...
by Mike Mitchell up and over his man.
what's his name last week? He's certainly not going to be able to beat the Bullet.
Miss, nobody home. Whoa.
Big chop, big chop. Oh, Mitchell back on the horse now, buddy. He's backing away. Bullet looks like he's ready to crank one up.
As we mentioned earlier in the program, just in the opening, that you will be taking on the Master Blaster in a
You know what?
match also.
Why couldn't we bring in Ric Flair?
Mr. Tennessee, the Russian
If we have
Warhead,
lottery
Boris
money,
Zukov.
why not drop
We'll also
half a
see,
mil
that
and make Flair
dynamic
put over
tag
Savvy
team Simply
Guy?
Divine in action.
Yeah, I don't know what to think about those boys. They're a different kind of tag team, but nevertheless, they know each other like the back of their hand, and they are a good tag team. As you can see right now, Mike
Savvy
Mitchell
Guy
seems to
could
be taking it to the
criticize
bullet.
Ric Flair's clothes as being cheap knockoffs, and then he could list all those weird brands that he likes. He could sign the... Ric Flair would have a real nice pen to sign the contract with, and Savvy Guy would be like, oh, that's a nice pen, Rick, but mine's a Mont Blanc.
And your winner of the match from Marietta, Georgia, the legendary Bullet Wolf.
The Grifters.
He's complaining about a quick count.
What's going on with... I keep seeing more and more shit about Corey Feldman being a grifter. How's he grifting people?
Wait a minute, Mr. Tennessee is in the ring.
Oh, no.
On the Bullet. Mr. Tennessee is in. Both Mitchell and Mr. Tennessee have the
Ooh, good, he's going to help him out. Oh, well, God.
Bullet ducks him and chops to Mr. Tennessee.
Well, I can't take Mr. Tennessee seriously after that bungle.
Running for cover is right, and it seems like Mr. Tennessee might want a little bit more of the Bullet, but I really don't know that he does in this situation. I tell you what,
It's already happening today, Charlie. The first match, and it's already happening right here.
We could get Francis Corazon to do a exclusive signature fragrance in honor of the match.
Hey, I don't see any barbed wire fences keeping him out of the ring. I'd like to remind everyone that we said a little bit earlier on in today's program.
It'd be called Liquid
get
Savvy.
a pencil, piece of paper, a pen, whatever handy, because we would like to tell you how you can have USA Wrestling in your community as a fundraiser, whether it be for a civic organization, whether it be for a school, any club, and it's an excellent way to raise funds.
That's exactly right, Charlie. The wrestlers come out, they talk
His
to the schools, they
his
get involved
music
in
for
your
sure.
community,
Oh, he does
and instead of messing
GoFundMes
with
too.
bake sales and
Oh.
stuff you got to mess with for 2 or 3 months at a time. You have a one-night affair. They get the concessions. It's a heck of a deal for a nonprofit or a civic group.
Write that number down on your screen. Area code 904.
Doesn't he have money?
434-7973 is the USA hotline.
Oh,
So
was
you'll
that the
find
one
out
about,
how
like, the
wrestling
child abuse
in your
documentary,
community
I
as a fundraiser. Also, briefly like to remind you that we tape USA Wrestling in Dothan, Alabama at the Television 18 studios every Saturday
If I
afternoon
was really
at
booking for
1:30.
like
And if you would
my
like to be a part
personal,
of our studio
I
audience, no
would
matter where
get
you
the
are in state
people
of
that I
Alabama, on the
feuded with
Gulf
on
Coast, over in Georgia,
Twitch back in the
Mississippi,
day
come out and
in the
join
Fed
us.
to settle up
And we're
business.
about ready for some more action in the ring today on USA Wrestling, and we're going to be
What's
seeing
up,
the
Ember?
Junkyard Dog and a
I
host
kind of
of
like
others in
this
action.
USA Wrestling. What do you guys think?
Ladies and gentlemen, this second match, one fall, also 10
I thought that was
minute
my
time
good
limit.
friend Jim
First of all,
Neihart
weighing
for
in
a
at
second.
286 pounds from Tallahassee, Florida, would you welcome Sid Owens?
Hell yes, Sid fucking Owens, dude.
And ladies and gentlemen, the music will also tell the story on this combatant.
Of course. I mean, if we're in a lottery situation, absolutely.
From North Carolina, here is
Or Daninsky, if Savvy wanted to, I would be willing to invest in getting him studio time to record his own non-AI. We'd do it the real way. We wouldn't steal. We'd hire someone to do it for us. To get Savvy his own like unique single that he could debut alongside the Ric Flair fragrance. Yeah, I was gonna say, it seems like he's been talking about that child abuse documentary forever.
Let's get the early bird gets the
Well,
worm.
too bad for
I don't know if
Junkyard
you'll
Dog.
know this
He's
one.
going up here against a tough customer in Sid Owens.
Getting upside his head, and he's doing the right thing now and running like a yellow dog.
Hey, what's up, Vinny Slugger? It was okay. I had an okay weekend.
USA Wrestling. And
Oh, A Tale of Two
Super
Corys,
Kick
nice.
Scott Armstrong, who is with us, will be in action.
Oh, he actually
on today's
produced it?
program, as will Mr. Tennessee, which we've seen an early arrival of Mr. Tennessee in the studio.
Well, I tell you what, Mr. Tennessee come running in on that last match. I think he got more than
I'll
he
have to
really
check it
wanted.
out.
Look at JYD dropping that head on him. I tell you what, people been talking about headbutts. I don't know who's got the baddest, JYD or that Russian warhead Boris Zukov. Look at him knocking that noggin, Charlie. Boom!
Zukov might have a little size on him, but as far as the effect of the headbutt, I might put my vote in the corner of JYD.
Yeah, you may be right. I tell you what, looks like nothing bothering him.
Man, I
That's
tell you
one of
what,
the best shots he can throw,
you
and they
might
ain't
be
affecting
right.
dog at all.
Junkyard Dog
Could have
picks his
been
man up.
with better promotion. Yeah, I mean, it's an interesting watch at least.
Can you imagine the force of 310 pounds?
I love squash matches, so I love the fact that it's all pretty much like known guy against jobber. Oh, look at that cell, nice.
You don't see anybody get up from that.
You get the 3 count, and you get the hand.
Well, no, he
of the
wouldn't.
Junkyard
No. See, you have to know how to finesse these artists. We would pay someone else to do all the work. They would write the music, the lyrics. Savvy Guy would do the part that he wants to do, which is just having fun and singing and, acting the fool. So he would get that part of it, and we'd get the song put out. You know what I mean? He wouldn't actually do anything other than just sing the song.
Dog raised in that one. Your winner of the match, JYD. And if we could, let's go back and take a look at that super thump that'll put a man out for the 1, 2, 3 in slow motion. If we can take a look at it right now. There you see Junkyard
You like
Dog
the
setting his
Shockmaster?
man up.
He picks him up. He finds his spot on that canvas, and he plants that boy
I have
like
the
a ceiling.
Shockmaster,
I mean,
like Mattel
Like
figure.
a 5-pound sack of sugar.
310 pounds on your booty. And there it is.
On
1,
your
2, 3,
booty?
said Owens, looking for a different job today.
And we've got a winner. It's a Junkyard Dog, and a lot of action still to come. You
Look at
stay
the
with us
interesting
on
look here
USA
on
Wrestling.
Scott Armstrong. Windbreaker with like glasses.
SA Wrestling continues after this brief pause.
What do you think? Should we add USA Wrestling into our regular, like not weekly, but like as part of the rotation of the non-Memphis territories that we
Mike
watch?
Jackson here on behalf of USA Wrestling, telling you about some great wrestling.
Is this guy really
events coming
short?
into your
What's going
area.
on?
You're going to see stars in the USA. You're going to see the Junkyard Dog. You're going to see the Bullet. You're going to see Austin Idol, the Universal Heartthrob, Boris Zukov, the Iron Sheik, and the list
You
is
like, think
endless.
the
I think my
Shockmaster's
good
hella
friend Bob
yeah.
Armstrong said it the best when he said it looks like a who's who of professional wrestling.
Who puts
And
a
I'd like to
board
bring in a
across the
star
bottom
right now
like
needs
that?
no
What a
introduction. The Junkyard
foolishness.
Dog. Dog, what about it?
You know, I'm going to go all over this great state of Alabama. Back in North Kakalaka, they said North Kakalaka, South Kakalaka, and then they said Alabama. So I'm traveling all over Alabama, down in Monkeytown, Birmingham,
Monkeytown,
Dothan, Alabama,
what?
all over like my man said Alabama, down in Monkeytown, Birmingham, Dothan, Alabama. So I'm traveling all over Alabama, down in Monkeytown, Birmingham, Dothan, Alabama.
Okay, Dothan. I've been to Dothan, Alabama, and I saw wrestling in Dothan, Alabama, and it absolutely lived up to like the Southern wrestling fan stereotypes.
Alabama, all over like my man said, sweet home Alabama, and I'm about to come home to see about you, and I'm coming to see about the Russian head missile.
There's not a lot of them either. We could probably, it would only probably take a couple more streams to get through all of them.
Sweet cheeks, simply divine. And
Sweet
I got plenty of
cheeks?
people, Tolica
I believe that's Warhead.
Warhead or whatever you want to call him. Tolica Mania. Sweet cheeks, simply
Ayatollah Khomeini, Sweet Cheeks.
divine.
I'm sorry.
Russian head missile.
I believe that's Warhead.
Warhead.
Russian head muscle. I think that's Warhead, JYD.
Whatever you want to call him. Tolica Mania. Sweet cheeks, simply divine. And I got plenty of people that's going to be leading the way. Austin Idol. Super Kick. The Bullet. The JYD, the TCs, you can go on and on down the line. And like I said, if the price is right, baby, bring it on down, and we gonna get down to that. And by the way,
Russian
here come
head
my man,
muscle.
The Bullet.
Bullet, I understand you're having a problem with this Jim
They're like,
Cornette and a
please
man
help
called
this
Mr.
guy.
Tennessee.
That's right. Jim Cornette has never liked me, and personally, I hate him. So his mother has paid a man called Mr. Tennessee a likely sum, I don't know how much, but I don't think it's enough, to come down and take the Bullet's mask off. Well, I don't care if it's in Birmingham, Mobile, Montgomery, or where it is, Mr. Tennessee. You come in, a lot of men have tried, a lot of men have fell by the wayside, brother. You can put a bounty on me all you want. It just makes me fight harder, and I will fight harder, brother. I didn't get these 20-inch guns just sucking on milkshakes and sitting around being a couch potato. But I got a time for you, but on will fight harder, brother. I didn't get these 20-inch guns just sucking on milkshakes and sitting around being a couch potato. But I got a tater for you, brother, and I'll give it to you whenever I see you, Mr. Tennessee.
You want me to interview you guys? Oh my lord.
Ladies and gentlemen, this television match, one fall, also 10-minute time limit. In the corner to my ring,
what would we talk
weighing
about?
226 pounds from Austin, Texas. Would you welcome Ron Preston? Preston.
Oh shit, Ron Preston?
And ladies and gentlemen, his opponent making his way to ringside.
Man, I hope the tickets sold good for this event if they're spending that kind of money.
Would you welcome Mr. Tennessee? Tennessee.
All right, Mr. Tennessee.
That was a couple of crazy promos.
On today's edition of USA Wrestling, still to come action from Boris Zukov.
Karaoke tomorrow night. Well, I know ATF Media has been asking me off stream pretty frequently when is the Luna interview coming? Is Lee Cypress going to be involved?
Out of the professional wrestling because of an automobile accident, the Universal Heartthrob Austin Idol. We've got a
oh, thank you, Cosa Nostra.
And we don't know a whole lot about this Mr. Tennessee, except that Jim Cornette has sent him from the Smoky Mountains down here to USA Wrestling to take care of the Bullet. Now, from what we've seen so far, he hadn't taken care of too much at all except flapping that mat right there with his back as he charged.
That's about all I've seen so far, but I'm going to tell you something. Never underestimate the power of Jim Cornette and...
Never underestimate the power of Mr. Tennessee.
You're exactly right. You got to keep that in the back of your mind. Right now, it looks like Mr. Tennessee is taking it to him, brother.
Yes, he is. Boot coming off the rope.
A failed Ethiopian restaurant. Were you in here, Ananje, when I said that I've got my next interview project? Ruby has to check on some legal details as far as, I guess, some things that can or can't be talked about, but I'm going to do a deep dive interview with Ruby on the OG bridge burn.
Turnbuckle, good clothesline coming off.
Almost ripped his head off, Charlie. Look at him. Come back.
Remember Gilbert? Oh yeah, of course.
Mr. Tennessee going to the eyes, all right. Taking those shortcuts.
Oh, there he over the top rope. Just plainly choking his man.
Is Taka Michinoku still alive?
Back of the neck, and that has an effect all the way down the spine.
Brother, take a good look at his mouth. His lips busted all over his face. Oh my gosh. He must have caught him with that boot. He caught him with something because his lip is splattered every which way.
Oh man, that was a good sell.
Brother, he went almost hit the lights here in the studio.
2 count, and Ron Preston powers out on the count of 2, but look at the wets on his back from those shots he's been taking by Mr. Tennessee.
I'll tell you what, I'm wondering if he lost the 2.
I know, and with the run to dying, I was just kind of like...
2 count, and again, boy, we have a brave one.
It's not the next topic my dream interview, but I can't get my dream interview because I don't think Grace will ever be like completely honest while she's still active as a streamer. But I think the bridge burn is like the next stage down from like the Grace interview as far as like stuff that I want to know. I have a bunch of questions about. Hey, what's up, Bob Brown? I got a clip later on in this episode that I'm pretty sure you linked to me.
It is over. 1, 2, 3, and your winner of the match with his hand.
I just thought, if something happens to one of them and I never get to do my bridge burn deep dive, I'll just feel like I really, I'll have the same feeling I'm having now that Doronda's dead, like that I missed out on opening the lore cave of wonders.
What happened just moments ago in this match was Mr. Tennessee defeated Ron Preston here on USA Wrestling, and joining us at the desk now.
My favorite part of the Ben interview is whenever he goes, he's saying that they had a black health inspector and that they got a bunch of passes because they hired mostly like black immigrants there. And so as soon as they switched to a different health inspector, like the very first time they came into the restaurant, they were like, you have to shut this entire thing down immediately. And Ben was just kind of like, and then we knew that, you know, it was all over.
Slow-mo available. What kind of series of moves do we have there?
That's right, Burger. That's a serious...
I mean, if I had the money, I would, Deminsky. I would have...
Shut your mouth.
I think he would have talked to me eventually.
There's always losers. They will always be a loser. Come and join the big
I've been watching The Twilight Zone to figure out different ways that I might be able to make some kind of a, you know, bargain with some kind of an entity to get my Dorunda interview, but I haven't really seen anything yet that seems plausible.
At the request of Mr. Tennessee, we'll show you why he's in the USA wrestling area and what he has up
Yeah,
his sleeve.
slug infestation. What an, it's just
Jim Cornette.
the amount of wild shit that Ben says in that
and the Heavenly
interview
Bodies,
is
and we got some exciting
pretty high.
news for all you wrestling fans. USA Wrestling is expanding all the way from California, across the Gulf Coast, into Alabama, all through that area. And, of course, you're going to be seeing outstanding stars. Jim Cornette, I know you got special interest in one person in USA Wrestling.
Well, that's exactly right. You know, you got a guy down here who calls himself the Bullet, wears a sock over his
Oh,
face.
wow.
Everybody knows it's Bob
Vinny Slugget
Armstrong.
infestation.
And everybody knows that the people
Vinny's
there
got
in
a new
Alabama, all over the
video I
Gulf
gotta
Coast, they
watch
love Bob Armstrong. But of course, you
of
know,
him
the
singing. It
people
looks
down
like it's
there,
like a
you know
close-up
what
of his
the favorite
face.
dinner is of somebody, the favorite dinner of somebody from Alabama saying,
He had a really long night
That's why I
driving
was through
videos
Club
too
Grove
that I've
the highway
been
yesterday.
slowly
Let me tell you
watching.
something, Bob Armstrong. As you can see, we're in Smoky Mountain Wrestling. And we have had situation here over the past year where Bob Armstrong is the commissioner of Smoky Mountain Wrestling. He doesn't wrestle here. He's the commissioner.
Well, I heard at first it was on that one. Well, I actually found out live on stream that he had passed away. A guy had tagged me in a message basically saying that, like, Dorunda was, that he never really expected the show to do anything and that he just did it because it was, you know, fun for him or whatever. And the guy seemed to have an overall negative opinion of George because he was like, not that I would ever defend Dorunda. Like, I don't, that's kind of sketch language, but then he replied to me when I told him, like, thank you. And he said, I don't know if you heard, but, like, you know, George passed. And then I think somebody looked it up and it was within, like, a month or, like, between, people were saying, like, between 3 weeks and a month or something like that.
But now in USA Wrestling, the Bullet is wrestling. Sounds to me like there's something fishy going on. And Bob Armstrong, you and I, we don't actually see eye to eye very often. So I'll tell you what.
That's
I've
going to
got a
be
guy named
Luna's
Mr.
gimmick
Tennessee.
in
He's
Heroes
got a
of
match
Wrestling.
Just like you do, Bullet. And I'm going to send him down there to USA
No, this
Wrestling
isn't Smoky
just to
Mountain
take care of a
Wrestling.
little
This is
unfinished business between me
USA
and
Wrestling.
our dear commissioner. And
Now, there we have the
Lovely
comments of Jim
Luna.
Cornette.
That's right. Well, what's this?
Oh, bitch. I was really high during that interview too, and I asked Ben if if a customer really caught him while they were waiting on their table on their birthday for hours, and the owner was sitting right close to them watching the Flintstones on an iPad, but I couldn't get him to. I couldn't get a reaction out of him about the Flintstones.
Listen, that's 2 weeks in a row I've had to sit and listen to you tell everybody what you're going to do to the Bullet. I don't think Jimmy Cornette's mother's got enough money for you to take that mask off. And instead of watching my monitor and listening to what you're going to do, why don't we go to the ring right now and see what you can do? That's all right. A lot on the line with this Cornette deal, obviously, Bullet. Well, I don't know if they got that much money. A lot of people trying to take this mask off. Well, I'm going to give him a shot.
I've never seen it done before, and he's on his way to the ring, the Bullet.
Who was he? Just some guy. I don't remember.
Mr. Tennessee.
If you'd go back over like the last couple months of prime times, and I think it's in there, or it might be on the. It could be on the one, the anti-graffiti ordinance short that I made. But yeah, it was just some guy that commented. I was probably asking in the video, like trying to figure out Dorunda's mindset or whatever, but he just said that like Dorunda was in on it, or you know, he didn't think it was going to ever be anything big, and that like nobody spent any money on anything on prime time.
Goes after the Bullet with those smashes as he comes into the ring. Chops to the throat area.
Preforming.
I don't even know that referee needs to be in there for this, because if the Bullet says do it, hey, this thing could be the best street.
No, I just wasn't here Friday. I had things come up, unfortunately, over the weekend.
High back body drop. vicious shout from the Bullet. Mr. Tennessee.
Hey, what's up, Dave's
down on
channel?
the floor.
Welcome to Alabama in 1993. Back to the days of Bullet Bob versus Mr. Tennessee. Sid Owens is in the territory.
Take this mask off, would you? You don't think it can be done? Really don't think it can be done? Not on this day.
I'll see if I can find it, and I'll ask him. I did reach out to Doug Locke. I was really high, and I reached out to Doug Locke, but I don't know if he'll respond to me or not.
USA Wrestling continues.
I really got in my feelings about it yesterday. Speaking of, tomorrow we're doing a kind of a weird stream of like Doug Locke content and then some Chicopee content that I found, but it's gonna be a weird stream. Yeah, Memphis is definitely always going to be on Fridays for the foreseeable future. The Uncut Epic Series.
Volume 1 of Roots for the low price of $9.99. Collect the entire series.
Going to a cookout.
Pass it down to your future generations.
Because Americans won't know where they're going until they know where they've been.
True.
Call 1-800-545-0097 to order your first tape, Roots Episode 1.
Luna, is it one of those parties where when you walk in, everybody puts their keys in a bowl?
1880 Department R, Alexandria, Virginia, 31st.
Don't miss this sale, or you'll say, whoops.
Hi, this is Rick Cole, owner of Birmingham Auto and Drug Trading, where we still will pay any car. It's the uglies. Bring it on down to us, and we'll not only and give you 20% off. You can't beat it. I love it. Call me now. Ugly. Hi, this is Rick.
Don't miss this
God, man, what a...
Hi, this is Rick Cole, owner of Birmingham Auto and Drug Trading, where we still will pay any car. It's the uglies. Bring it on down to us, and we'll not only and give you 20% off. You can't beat it. I love it. Call me now.
Fellow wrestling fans, I'm Mike Jackson here to tell you about some of the most exciting
Russian
stars
head
coming to your
muscle.
town. It could be Birmingham, Alabama, Mobile, Alabama, all throughout the South, Dothan.
Call
all the
me.
stars are coming your way. That's USA Championship Wrestling, the hottest ticket in town. Two of the top stars that you're going to be seeing on this tour. You'll see the Iron Sheik and you'll see Boris Zukov. Boris, USA Wrestling.
It's some of the greatest competition in the world is here in USA Wrestling. Birmingham, Alabama, Mobile, Alabama, Montgomery, Alabama, all over Alabama we're going to be. You know, there's got to be some of the ugliest people in the world in Alabama. Maybe you need to take a long, hard look in the mirror. Your teeth are rotten. You need to go see the dentist. And it doesn't matter to Zukov, who steps into the ring with him, any American opponent, because one headbutt
I'll
will
humble
hurt his
you.
forehead, and you will go down. You will be humiliated. You will be beaten. You will be embarrassed. Austin Idol, JYD, Bullet Armstrong, Scott Armstrong, it doesn't matter to Zukov. Any opponent, I am ready.
Iron Sheik.
You know, I heard Mr. Austin Adel coming over here talking about University
We'll paint any
Alabama,
core, no matter how ugly.
University football
Call me
team,
now.
Wrestling team. I just want to know how many of the University Alabama football player, wrestler, they have a guts to try the Iron Sheik Cup.
I played the band with the Lee Cypress.
You know
He
about
played the
Iron
bass.
Sheik. He was the best shooter.
He have dedicated queen, lovely
I know
Luna.
how to single leg, double leg, take down the people, just like Saddam Hussein, Uncle Hussein in the Persian Gulf. He
Mr.
know how to shoot
McMahon.
American plane, take him down. Now, Mr. Austin Alden, I'm in Bully, Steve Strong, KYD. I can't wait
KYD.
to get to the Birmingham, Montgomery, and whatever, all over the Alabama to show you who is the best wrestler. Look at me, Ya Allah.
Ladies and gentlemen, this match, one fall, 10-minute time limit. To the corner of my right, weighing in at 223 pounds from Norfolk, West Virginia, would you welcome the Master Blaster?
Oh, the Master Blaster's
And
back.
ladies and gentlemen, needing no introduction, making his way to
After his
ringside,
humiliating defeat
214 pounds,
against the
here's
same guy.
Super Kick Armstrong.
Here we have a rematch.
Von Redlick.
At the request of the Master Blaster, who said a little too quick on the count last week.
Oh, okay. I forgot. There's a little bit of that they justified the rematch.
Scored a decisive win over the Master Blaster. Collar and elbow
It had a
tie
good
up
finish,
over
though.
on the ropes right
He
now.
ducked
Still
out
great
off the
action
ropes
from
and then hit him with the
Boris
super
Zukov.
kick.
That's dynamic, and we'll say that because of their ability. Their personality might leave a lot to be desired, and their attitude. Simply Divine will be in action on today's program. The Universal Heartthrob Austin Idol joins us now. Good takedown by the Master Blaster. And hey, great to have you out.
Well, thank you very much, Charlie. You know, I'm watching what's happened in such a short period of time here at USA Wrestling, that the level of intensity is it's really mounting up. And I had an opportunity to talk to Scott Armstrong, matter of fact, just a few minutes ago before his match. And I mean, he had one of those Alabama defensive lineman gaze or haze over his eyes.
I'm really thinking about that. What are the dynamics like at that cookout?
Hip toss into an arm drag takedown and bars
I'm
up
booking
his
the
left arm to
cookout.
Master Blaster.
Wrestling at its finest, no doubt about it. Scotty was one of a great amateur, comes from a great wrestling family.
See how
Look at
ugly
Brad Armstrong,
Zuko.
Steve Armstrong, the whole family. I mean, you look up the word wrestling.
Get a
in
look at the
dictionary, you gotta
cranium
picture
on
Armstrong
him,
next to
Brain.
it. So he's got a mission, he's got a goal. And,
What do you
and
remember?
what it is
He would
fantasy
throw
right in
like
front of us on
sneak
this
disses
desk
and be
next to
like,
USA
"What a
Junior
unique
Heavyweight
looking
title. And I
individual."
would think right now, Scotty Armstrong has to be in the top contention for it.
You look up in the same dictionary.
Master Blaster.
The word devious, and I think
This
next
guy
to that
can't
they'll
even
have a
beat the
photo
worst
of Jim
Armstrong.
Cornette. Would you agree?
Oh, there's no doubt about that. Cornette, he'll do anything and everything to get his point across. Beautiful move by Scott Armstrong. And you see how he's staying with the body part, Charlie. He's staying with the arm. He's working on the arm, and he's got a game plan. And my thought has always been, you know, failing to plan is playing to fail. So he's definitely done his homework.
In any contact
I know it
sport,
doesn't.
that is the name.
There's nothing about him
Your
that
objective is
made me
to
think he was
take
that name
in
makes
his
any
case,
sense.
Left arm is what he's working on.
He is working on it, you know, and, you know, Scott,
Look at this. Good move. High drop kick.
Who I would say the
Armstrong
man of the
once again
home,
barring
Greg,
up that left
probably
arm.
handles
Back to the point that he needs
the
to be.
tongs.
and they love it. I mean, the wrestling fans here in Alabama
He may
are
turn
just
it over to a
incredible. They love it.
trusted
They love a winner,
second
and by
at
golly,
certain
they've had
points
enough winners in their
so that
history
he
to,
can,
to be
you
able to
know, greet
recognize
guests
one.
and whatnot. But I would say predominantly Greg will be working the grill and therefore the tongs.
Was there any noise in that place?
There was a little bit of noise in the Sugar Bowl, and it was sweet.
Look at this full body slam by the Master Blaster.
His
Good
name
arm
should
drag
just
by
be
Scott
like
Armstrong once again, right
Dale
back to that
Thomas.
left arm. Still to come, the Russian warhead Boris Zukov in action on today's program. As
Russian
well as
head
we'll see
muscle.
Simply Divine and a profile where Austin and I have a chance to sit down and chat about some things going on.
Ooh, a sit down
in his
with Austin
career
Idol.
and, some things taking place in the careers of the maybe Iron Sheik and others.
Yeah, Brad
Well, you never
Armstrong,
know. The
great
competition
worker.
here is incredible. I
And
think
apparently
there's
he was
probably
like
better-
a funny guy in real
See
life,
that?
but just
Master
no
Blaster
personality
coming
would come across on the
from
camera.
nowhere. He might have turned this one around right here.
You bet he has a
That's it,
hilarious
right here.
apron.
I mean, it just takes us like anything, you know, on any given day, anybody can beat anybody. We may be seeing an upset take place right here.
He held his own very well against Scott Armstrong.
You mean
last
with some,
week,
like,
and
dumb
I was
saying
under
on
the
it?
impression it was decisive
Like
win
Kiss
by
the
Armstrong.
Cook or
Hey,
something?
Look at this.
Well, there's no doubt about it. This Master
Ask me
Blaster,
about my
that's what he
knee.
calls himself. Evidently, he's done a little bit of homework and watched a little footage and watched a little film, and I think he's come well prepared to take on Scott Armstrong.
Yes, he is. And after last week's meeting,
Oh
with
yeah,
Scott
Private
Armstrong,
Jim
you can pick up
Nelson.
in a matter of moments in a
That's a
match
deep cut.
what the man is made of, what his weak points are, and maybe the Master Blaster has done just that.
Lee Cypress, I don't know about that. He's a rock star. You don't
So
think
the
he's
damage goes to the
throwing
man on
down
offense,
a
and that is the Master Blaster, Scott Armstrong.
variety of
Gets the man in the
clapping
ring.
techniques
Good
after the
elbow
big
coming
shows?
Up again with that drop kick that puts the Master Blaster down on the canvas. Going up high this time.
He's going airborne.
Scott Armstrong.
Boom!
High body press. One count, and he comes right up. He didn't miss. There's a super kick.
I don't. The cover was a bad idea in my opinion. He should have hit it and then like rolled with the momentum and then went into the kick. I think going for the pinfall really like ruined the pop.
3 count, and it is
And unless you're someone like King TL, nobody likes a ruined pop.
The Master Blaster Victor had it turned around for a while, but your winner of the
Although,
match
I don't know if you guys
is
saw
Superkick
King TL
Scott
confront
Armstrong.
Dalmatian
And
Dog,
we
but
turn
that was a pretty
upstairs,
wild
let's go back
video.
and see that series of moves that led up to the victory by Superkick Scott Armstrong as he goes up high. There you see, flying body press, has his man there, possibly beat, but hey, you wanted a rematch with me? Take all
Well,
I've
I
got
think
to
It's
give.
Me
It's
had
mostly what's
was
going through the mind
very
of Scott
attracted to
Armstrong. He
Luna,
gets
but
right
then
up.
didn't know that
There's
she
the
had a
super kick.
boyfriend / King,
And
Lee Cypress,
down
bass
covers
player
his man
for
very well. 1, 2, 3.
what's the
It
name of the
is
band?
over. Your winner of the match is Superkick Scott Armstrong.
Luna.
And weeks to come, the
What's the name of the
tournament
band?
continues. It's down to the final 8 now in the Junior Heavyweight Championship tournament going on in USA Wrestling.
He's still in here from time to
We have some
time.
comments all the way from San Francisco from a man who is very much in
What's
that
the name of the
final 8 in
band?
the hunt, the Magnificent Magliano. So let's take a look at his comments right
Magnificent
now.
Magliano.
I advance week by week. I'm standing here in the San Francisco Cow Palace. Of course, it was sold out. Another win in the light heavyweight tournament. Negro Costas, you came all the way up from Mexico. You came, you tried, you failed. Just like everybody else. But everywhere I go, I'm on the other side of the country. All I hear is Scott Armstrong this, Scott Armstrong that. Who have you ever beat, Scott Armstrong? You must be beating junk men. I don't understand it. But
Daninsky, I think
apparently
it's
you may
on.
be the man to beat in this tournament.
I think it's on
Well, frankly, I'm not
ZXV
too
Soul
impressed.
or
I know of
ZXV
your family
Overload 1.
tradition. I know of your
He's
brothers
got
and your father.
the video up.
None of that means anything to me. I have a family too.
I don't know
Right, I'm
whose
advancing
actual
this
show it
tournament.
was.
I'm a
I
shoo-in
saw
for
it.
the next
I
cover of
watched
Sports
it during the
Illustrated.
premiere on
At
ZXV's
least
channel.
If not now, once I'm the junior heavyweight champion, it's said and done. Scott Armstrong, I'll be back, and I'm sure somewhere our paths will cross in this light heavyweight tournament. And when it does, Scott Armstrong will be no more. See ya.
The Magnificent Magliano, just one example of the great talent in USA Wrestling, and more to come. We'll have more action to come in a matter of moments. Right now, let's take a look at what's happening in the life of the Universal Heartthrob Austin Idol. Had a chance to have
this'll
a
be
talk
good.
with him on our personality profile. One of the best ways you could raise funds for your club or civic organization or school is through USA
You can trust
Wrestling.
me, big
If you'd
time
like
heel,
information on how to
Austin
have
Idol that
USA
ruptured
Wrestling in
Jerry
your
Lawler's
area as a
testicles.
fundraiser,
Let
we
me
invite you to call
represent
the
your
USA
school.
Wrestling Hotline, area code 904-434-7970.
Yeah, it's a really good video, Daninsky. I actually thought about watching it on stream sometime too.
Interesting things in all my years of professional wrestling is the fact that there's so many personalities in pro wrestling. One that comes to mind that stands out among all is the Universal Heartthrob Austin Idol. We're going to be talking with Austin today about many things. First of all, what a great
I love
comeback
the
last
set.
week after a devastating car injury in an automobile accident some 2 years ago. It's great to have you back, and you're in rare form.
Well, thank you, Charlie. You know, it was very exciting when I was first contacted by the promoters here at USA Wrestling. I've got to tell you.
He's
and
the
it
promoter,
really
though.
stimulated me because it was something that I could relate to, and it was something different. I mean, when they said that they're going to go back to studio wrestling, that...
Hey, Daninsky, did you see the video with Tony Yeoman where he puts over the Ben and Grace show? He even he didn't just give him a shout out. He put a link to their show in the description. Like that's a real being a bro.
really got my attention. And then, of course, when they mentioned the cities...
How do I feel about it? I think it's
wrestling
terrible, but I mean
primarily,
they had Lawrence Taylor on their little committee too, and I'm pretty sure he's like a convicted sex offender. But I mean, you know, what do you gotta? What can an individual do?
over here on the East Coast with Birmingham and Montgomery and Mobile and Dothan, then certainly
He's gonna
it was
ride
very
underneath
emotional
a Bob
for me. It really
Armstrong's
was,
car.
because I'd made so many friends and all through the state of Alabama, and to me,
Russian
Alabama has always
Warhead, tough
represented,
nickname.
sports-wise at least, that they'll settle for nothing less than the best. So
Well, she had an unsuccessful run
and I'm just
And
really
then
pleased
she
to
had
be
a
part of it.
position
And I'm
last
certainly
time too,
pleased
right?
to
Head of small,
got
head of
through last
Linda
week,
McMahon,
and-
head of
and
small
feeling pretty good
business.
about it.
Here's a guy that's wrestled in so many foreign countries and all over the United States, and I know for a fact he thinks of this area
Chris Waldo.
as home. That's the Universal Heartthrob Austin Idol. You know, we're
Your
talking about
socks
different
off.
personalities. Hey, how about the Iron Sheik? What about the challenge?
You know, the challenge that he put out there.
Gorilla
you
would
know, I
also
saw
like
that,
fat shame
and
wrestlers
you know,
too,
of course,
and
we
then
train a little bit differently in this country. in the
Ventura
weight
would always
rooms and
call him
whatnot.
out on it,
But
remind him
to
that
swing
like
those
back when
clubs at
Gorilla was an
75
active
pounds
wrestler,
apiece
he had to be
behind his
weighed
neck,
down at the stockyards.
behind his back like that, it's a pretty incredible feat. I don't know that anybody's going to be able to.
Do I think? No, of course he
accept
doesn't.
that challenge, and in fact.
But be real though, for real, like legit. Doesn't that tell you like something about Tony, that like he could have just done the shout out, and instead I didn't link him at anything at all. He went and looked up the like Ben and Grace Thorpe show and then linked it in his description. Like, I just think that's that's such a nice thing to do.
Last week's premiere episode of USA Wrestling. Let's go back.
I just said I said, can you shout out Ben Thorpe? He's really been going through it, and he's launching a new show with his daughter.
I mean, I guess this is his way of warming
And he was
up or
like,
getting
shout out to
himself psyched up, Charlie,
the Ben and the Grace show,
you know, you
the
can
Ben
take
and the
a look
Grace.
at any athlete, and you can tell by intensity. He's pounding himself on the chest there. And Mike Jackson told me about those clubs, and I asked him, I said, Mike, did those really weigh 75 pounds? And he said, Austin, you know, I'm a little guy, but believe me, he says, I could barely pick the thing up off the mat. But to swing those like he's swinging, I mean, you think Nolan Ryan would be doing the commercials for Advil? I mean, I'll tell you what, that seems to me that could just tear a rotator
They're really
cuff.
putting the Sheik
And any
over
athlete
strong,
would know
man.
to do that, that's a very unusual, unique, and an odd lift. And honestly, you know, I don't know that anybody can really do that.
Was there really a video like that, Cody? I didn't. I really haven't seen it.
One other thing I want to go over with
I don't
you.
think Ben and Grace have shown
We've had
any
scores of phone calls and letters about the
gratitude to
return
Tony.
of professional
I
wrestling to
talked
studio
very
and the USA.
briefly to Grace yesterday. I was just asking her about access to a particular stream, but it was a kick stream. But Joe Shabatoni hooked me up. But she seemed like she was in good spirits.
Wrestling and what's going to be happening in the future. A lot of the response was geared to you. First of all, welcoming you back after the accident some 2 years ago.
Ben and Grace will probably end up suing Tony
FedEx
Yeoman.
came, and I want to say that I had 2 phone calls related to this, and the 2 people that called were not the same. We're not the same people, but they asked, was there any way I could present this to you on the show today? It's a FedEx address to Austin Idol, and the sender is TF, and company is Collections.
Collections.
I don't know. But anyway,
He brought his shoot mail out.
welcome back from somebody, whatever. But they wanted me to present that to you on the show today, if at all possible. And since you were scheduled for the personality profile segment of the show, I thought we'd hand it to you. And let's see.
You can hear that Cicero brought his bird toy in here.
Is this a joke?
Well, that's the FedEx that came in.
Well, it says, Austin Idol, you owe me. It's time to pay up. TF.
Do you know who this?
It sounds like, is this a prank, Charlie? Is this a joke? You playing a joke with me, Charlie?
No, well...
I'm going to get Hannibal to say EFD 306. It's got to
In
happen.
terms of the Federal Express.
Well,
Please,
whatever, I guess.
EFD.
Probably just a
Pay back the money.
Inside joke with you or whatever, you know, maybe it's none of our business, but...
One time a promoter stiffed me on a hotel room and I stabbed him with a fork.
I would say it's just a prank or
On
something.
the blood
Forget
honor.
about that, but hey, great to have you in USA Wrestling, and always great talking with you.
My pleasure, Charlie. God bless you.
Universal Heartthrob, Austin Idol.
There's more tough ringside action coming up on USA
Oh, I'll have to check that out.
So stay right there.
You're talking about the Blood and Fire Sheik book? I need to read that one.
Unexpected events change the
I've
way
been
your
reading,
Birmingham,
I
Alabama,
can't remember the
Mobile,
name of it,
Alabama,
but it's
Montgomery,
like way
Gulfport,
back.
Alabama.
It talks about like
USA
Jack
Wrestling,
Curley,
the
like
hottest
the
ticket
really
going
old
today
days
is
of
coming to
wrestling.
your town with some of the most competitive wrestling events you're ever going to see on the face of this earth.
Well, now I
I'm
gotta
standing
find
here
out. I'll
right
be
now
right
with
back.
two of the top guys in the USA. They call these top guys. They call themselves Simply Divine. They have to reckon with a force, though. The Rock and Roll Express, who is...
We don't have to reckon with nobody. Let me tell you something, Rock and Roll Express. Anybody can take a tape and send it out and send it anywhere they want in the world and claim to be what they are. But let me tell you something. You're looking at 2 guys. We're in Birmingham. We're in Mobile. We're all over the place, baby. We're
The
staying
book
alive and
is
living
called
colors. We're backing
Ballyhoo.
up what
It's
we
about
say.
like
We're
the
not sending out
super
tapes.
old school,
Now, let's get on
like how
something serious.
wrestling
Let's
first
go with all the
evolved.
women here. You know, after we were on the show last week, the station was flooded with calls. They were flooded with letters. And we want to thank all the women. And frankly, we were impressed. We were impressed that anybody around here knew how to write.
Oh, geez.
Let me tell you something.
Yeah,
Don't
isn't
worry,
it?
girls,
He's
because your
making it
literary
though,
talents
right?
Are not what we're interested in. So you still got a chance. IQ means nothing. We're looking for other
That
skills.
Ballyhoo is a good
That's
book,
right,
but
you
it's
know,
like a
there's
pretty
another
like.
clown that's running around here,
Well, you
Scott
got
Armstrong, you
not
know.
all of you
He's
at least are
sitting around
probably
here, he's telling
as high as me,
everybody
but
that he's got
it's
brothers on every
it's not a
major
hard
network.
book to
Well, that
digest, but like
doesn't
it's a
tell
lot of
simply define
details and
anything
names
other
and
than maybe
dates
that his
and
father couldn't practice
so it's not
birth
exactly
control.
like a
But
brisk
you got
read, I guess,
something
but it's really,
I gotta
really
tell
good.
you. I gotta tell you, Rock and Roll Express, anytime, any place. But you see, we know you won't show up because you see, we've had title matches.
Are you
before
talking
with
about,
you. We've had
Sid
matches
Owens?
before, and you never showed up. Guarantee you won't show up in this.
He did. He was
stinking
impressive
Alabama.
earlier.
Simply divine.
Hey,
They're arrogant.
remember one other thing, ladies.
Even in defeat.
a bad time with Simply Divine would be just simply wonderful.
That's right. They're arrogant, they're cocky, they're
We
self-conceited.
ain't going nowhere.
But I'll tell you one thing, they're a force to reckon with in the USA Wrestling. This television match won fall with a 10-minute time limit. In the ring, weighing in at 274 pounds from Portland, Oregon, here is Jerry Maverick.
Wow, why didn't they just name him Big Cowboy? That would have been so awesome.
And ladies and gentlemen, making his way to ringside, the Russian Warhead. 313 pounds, Moscow, Russia. Here is Boris Zukov.
Yeah, I saw a bunch of like behind the scenes footage, like of
Boris Zukov has asked me to have
he brought in like
everyone
Tank
stand
Abbott, right, and some other
playing of the Russian national anthem.
combat sports people. This is insulting to Russian citizens.
Well, the family saved a lot on music lessons. We know that right off the bat. And
They'd cancel the Russian Warhead these days.
Boris Zukov taking his man head first into the turnbuckle. Here's a man that although relationships between this country and where he comes from has definitely changed. He still has that
Literally.
emblem on there, and also you'll see
Terrible
that
version of the song. I mean, that stupid chin strap. I hate it. Well, that was merciful, though. Thank you for the quick match. Let's get back to these terrible promos.
That is what he says. But it really put Jerry Maverick down, and now he's there. You see him draping the Russian flag over Jerry Maverick. Now, what's this? The Iron Sheik.
Oh no!
Coming out to obviously congratulate.
The Iron Sheik is in on this anti-American tactics.
Victory. Now, what's the Sheik doing?
Whoa, doing. Oh, damn, bro! Look at that high-angle backdrop. Shit. Sorry, I gotta see it. I love high-angle backdrops. Dude. Wow.
On his victory. Now, what's the Sheik doing? Sheik going to back suplex.
Man.
And puts Jerry Maverick
With the Jimmy Hart music,
what,
yeah.
State he's in, much less country right now. There he goes with that.
Well,
and the Iron Sheik clamping down.
when I go to wrestling, I don't go to like, I don't want to be like a contrarian fan. I just put all that shit out of my mind, and I just want to like, I typically will like get into the normal, like, want to be in like the cheer the good guy, boo the bad guy kind of thing. Like a haunted house, you put yourself in the like mental space to buy in for, a couple hours.
With the pressure, this is a bit much here. Iron Sheik not scheduled to wrestle on today.
Yeah, that backdrop was nuts.
Altogether. Jerry Maverick defeated by
Unless it's like a wrestler that I just personally dislike. That was brutal. Fantastic.
The Iron Sheik, this is after the Russian Warhead, Boris Zukov.
This is after he broke the guy's neck.
Man, you had a belly-to-back suplex, and there he goes in with that camel clutch, applying the pressure. to Jerry Maverick, who certainly underwent some unnecessary punishment at the hands of the Iron Sheik. Who
Oh,
is
wow.
obviously aligning with the Russian warhead.
Unnecessary.
Boris Zukov. We've got a lot of great action still to come on USA Wrestling.
I also,
Right
though,
now,
really
let's
like
take a look
to
at one of the
interact with the
premier tag
referees.
teams in professional wrestling.
I like to be real
You have to
critical of the
think
referees.
the Rock and Roll Express.
Videos of the Rock and Roll Express. Well, let me tell you something. We're right here in the stinking state of Alabama. Where's the Rock and Roll Express? Huh?
Who do they got in the
Like I
background
told you,
there?
Charlie, they aren't gonna show up because they're scared. They know who's the real tag team of the night. Get somebody out here right now. We'll show them.
Simply Divine, and they are irate at the showing of, once again, the videotape of the Rock and Roll Express. Robert Gibson.
You do a
and Ricky Morton.
camel
Let's
toe
go to the
clutch.
ring right now. They're obviously waiting some opponents to get in.
Ladies and gentlemen, in the ring at a combined weight of 448 pounds.
Who's the
from
guy on the
every
outside of the
woman's
ring,
dream,
though?
Here is Simply Divine.
And their opponents are the Mitchell twins as they hit the ring on today's edition of USA Wrestling. Where there goes one outside. Good clothesline. And Orion over on the sideline there. Definitely doing his share of the damage to the Mitchell twins.
The
Here we
missiles.
go. High suplex by Simply Divine. These guys are tough competitors. Look at that. Whoa.
Simply awful. What do you mean?
Just manhandles one of the Mitchell twins. Tag is made.
The Mitchell twins.
Dave getting
Oh,
a
man, they're
double
stiffing the
elbow there
shit
by
out of these
Simply
guys.
Divine, and Tim being knocked off the post there. But they do become a little unglued when anything about the Rock and Roll Express is mentioned whatsoever. Orion there, what they call their equalizer, or the man to watch their back, is standing at ringside. Takes his man into the ring ropes, counters off. He ducks his man good. Going after the drop kick, but seemed to have no effect
Simply
whatsoever.
thawing.
That one did. Double drop kick action from the Mitchell twins. Whoa. Hammering down.
Look at that guy working the corner, man. The Mitchell twins are all about it.
Body slam. Dropping down that knee into the head.
The Mitchell twins are the kind of guys who could really get your tag team division off to a hot start, you know.
Out of the ring he goes again. Orion, there you see, doing his share of damage.
Ryan who?
And throws the man back in the ring. Hey. This amounts to what seems to be a handicap tag match with the Mitchell twins against
Oh my
Divine and Orion. Good. Handicap
What?
tag match with the Mitchell twins against Simply the Mouse and throws the man
Oh
back
my
in the ring.
gosh.
Hey. This amounts to what seems to be a handicap tag match with the Mitchell twins against Simply Divine and Orion. Good. Double clothesline.
Rock and roll, where you at?
Steve both irate in the ring, wanting to know where.
Listen, we're
is the
beating
Rock
up
and
these
Roll
high
Express.
schoolers
I got news
because we're
for
mad
you.
at the Rock and Roll
We'll
Express.
find out when they hit the ring. No, he didn't want the pinfall there. Tags in his partner.
How's it going, Luna?
And here we see unnecessary punishment
Oh my gosh.
to one of the Mitchell twins.
Nelson, those like blonde people.
Rights to the midsection.
Oh
Back
man.
over into that turnbuckle. Now takes his man
Don't
in.
get me
Whoa.
fixated on death
There's the
this
boot.
deep into the stream.
Catches his man with a boot as he comes into the turnbuckle.
Are you saying that you're doing good, or that you think it's good that Stephen Dunn died of a blood clot at 48 years old?
And what the punch
Luna.
does to the Mitchell twins. And again, on the canvas he goes.
This match is going on like so long.
Preoccupied with the thoughts of the Rock and Roll Express, hammering down into the back of Tim Mitchell.
Was that the same guy, but that was in Well Done?
Bulldog. And that'll be it. That has got to be it. No. Count of two. And he pulls his man up. No power out there. The match should be over with. Wait a minute.
Oh, no.
Oh, double. There's that double DDT. And it's over. Your winner's the match.
Oh, wow.
And Steve
Done working.
Divine. And there you see O'Ryan in the ring with them.
How's it going, Izzy McClure?
Simply Divine, and we've got more action to come.
I don't think there's too much more to this episode. I think we're about to the end of it. Now, just to be clear, I did not vet the rest of this because I didn't know how much time we would have because I didn't know. I just wasn't sure, like, time-wise, so I didn't want to risk another full episode, so I just have some clips. I didn't vet them. Hopefully they'll be okay, though. We'll squeak through copyright.
Continues after this brief pause.
Question, when is USA Wrestling coming to
Rock
my area?
Fest.
Well, let me tell you, Birmingham, Alabama at Boutwell, Montgomery, Mobile, Dothan, all coming your way with some of the greatest wrestling stars in the nation today. World-class athletes, if you will. The Iron Sheik, Boris Zukov, The Bullet, plus many, many more.
World-class
Now, I'd like to
athletes.
bring in one now that takes no backseat to anyone.
I can really
Austin
feel it, Mike, just like you said it all, man. You said about a volcano. I mean, you look at the talent, you know, it makes me wonder how heavy, how strong, how much did they spend to bring in this kind of talent? You look at all the talent in USA Wrestling, and it makes you wonder what is really happening here in Alabama. It makes you wonder that Alabama...
I really feel like even in these days of, like, the really dying out territories or, like, these little upstart ones that kind of fizzle out fast, like, it's still entertaining to me. I mean, it's really interesting.
It is intensity for immensity. And you know what? The Iron Sweeter out in California says, Austin, it is intensity for immensity. And you know what? The Iron Sheik said something that really got my blood boiling a little bit, Mike. You know, he said that the missiles that they fired at our pilots in the Persian Gulf and shot down our American planes is the same type of ammunition.
Boy, now I'm
he's
getting
gonna use
real.
on American
I'm
wrestlers.
getting
Well, I can tell
heated
you one
now
thing,
thinking
Chief.
about
If
that.
you're talking about me, you better come with your guns fully loaded. And as far as the warhead goes, the Russian warhead, talked about all the women out there in Alabama that were so ugly. This is not only Alabama the beautiful, but it's the most beautiful girls in the world. And can you imagine playing spin the bottle with a face like that when he was a kid? Unbelievable. Simply Divine out here. They talk a good game. Can they back it up? I got a feeling they can. No question about it. They can eat a banana sideways. You talk about big mouths. But the bottom line is this. USA is starting something right here now. USA is coming to Birmingham. USA Wrestling is coming to Mobile. USA Wrestling is coming to Montgomery. And I can promise you one thing. I'm going to be part of it.
Well, we've seen a lot of great action today on USA Wrestling, but in case you missed our premiere episode last week, let's take a look at some of the things happening last week on USA Wrestling.
This music must have been a visibility issue. Oh my gosh. Mr. Tennessee.
This week. Next week, a lot of action will be taking place here on USA Wrestling. Obviously, you have something on your mind.
That's right. I am tired of the Bullet shenanigans. Next week, listen, Alabama Rednecks. Next week, right here on TV.
Imagine a guy from Tennessee calling people a redneck.
I'm proving once and for all that the Bullet is
Bob Armstrong. Be ready. Be here bright and early because after next week, it's going to be
Here
on
bright
the
and
win.
early.
Tennessee is going to be number one. Be here.
Well, there you hear the comments of Mr.
Oh, my
Tennessee,
gosh.
and somewhat of a promise. He'll take the mask of the bullet off. Well, I wouldn't bet the farm on that one because that mask has been on a long time, but I've never seen it come off. Anyway,
He does have
our thanks to
dementia,
our
for
studio
real.
audience today. Thank you for viewing. Next week, for the first time in USA history, we'll see in action in a match the Iron Sheik on
Uh-oh,
USA
Iron
Wrestling.
Sheik next time.
Also, don't forget that if you'd like to be a part of our studio
We
audience,
we
tape in
definitely
Dothan,
have
Alabama
time
at
on these to do
Channel 18 Studios on Highway 52
of these Austin
East
Idol
every
episodes.
Saturday afternoon at 1:30. So all along the network, thanks for joining us for USA Wrestling. We'll see you next week right here.
Okay, so this video I thought was really interesting. It's from Brian Turner's VHS Rehab. It's the first ever singles match, they claim. I don't know. I didn't look it up on Cage Fight or whatever whatever the thing is. But supposedly this is the first ever singles match between Dusty Rhodes and Jerry the King Lawler. I didn't vet it for copyright, but hopefully we'll be okay. And I gotta grab a drink during the entrances. I remember that story about him accidentally renewing the Sheik for another year. I like how Lawler's coming out to the Raw song. I better mute it just in case. That's the only thing I'm really worried about is that song. But dude, when that music played every week, oh my god, man, I was just like ready for blood. Yeah, he posted one the other day that was like Jim Cornette outtakes from one of those little regional promos or regional promotions. That's what I was thinking, Ananje. Looks like we like flipped enough of it out. In mono were available.
That this pretty young lady here likes my elbow. You know what I'm talking about? When I get through whipping his ass, then I might show you a little more than my elbow. You know what I'm talking about?
Oh, wow. Oh, wow, that's kind of cool. Dave's channel.
Main event. Introducing first the American Dream from Austin, Texas.
Worst ring announcer ever, maybe. American Dream, Dusty Rhodes.
His opponent this evening being led to the ring by the lovely Miss Joni.
Lovely Miss Joni.
Jerry the King Lawler.
I like this outfit here. This looks like it would be a premium skin in the game. St. Patrick's Day Jerry Lawler.
A matchup of icons in this great sport. How about this one? The American Dream, Dusty Rhodes and Jerry the King Lawler.
The first ever singles match between them, supposedly. Cornette on commentary.
Is the first time ever in either of these two men's careers they have ever faced each other in a single match. And when you think of the incredible competition that both these men have faced over the last 25 years in this sport, two of the leading individuals, two of the leading competitors in every federation over the last 2 decades.
They sold out the dog track.
One-on-one, face-to-face in the ring.
And talk about your titles. Dusty Rhodes, many-time NWA World Heavyweight Champion Jerry the King Lawler.
Also, don't hold me to this because I barely remember this because I fell asleep during the match itself and I woke up toward the end. And this could be a fever dream, but I feel like there's something really bizarre at the end of this video, but I can't remember what it is. It's really weird though.
World Heavyweight Champion.
That go along with AWA World Heavyweight Champion, the CWA World Heavyweight Championship. I could go back and I can
Oh my God.
record like a book.
Moving pounds of weed?
By Jerry the King Lawler. He has foiled many men that I've managed. Dusty Rhodes, same situation. I've been across the ring from both of these men, and all I can say, Scott, you never know what to expect.
This is a longer video than you're probably expecting.
The only thing consistent about these men is they're inconsistent.
We still have like 17 minutes.
Dusty Rhodes will pull a rabbit out of his hat.
King Jerry Lawler. Yeah, Lee Cypress has to defeat Jerry Lawler, I think, to really claim the title of King.
Jerry the King Lawler has defeated some of the top names in the business.
Man, look at them cheeks on Miss Joni.
Both these guys are going to do their dead level best.
I hope Joe Shabatoni's not in here to hear that.
Lawler has the home field advantage.
And talk about reputations. How about the fact that both men, the patriarchs of two great wrestling families, Jerry the King Lawler and his son Brian Christopher, Dusty Rhodes and his son, we call him Gold Dust or we call him Dustin Rhodes?
Well, the fruit of his loins,
if you will,
kind of fell a little farther from the tree than most, but Dustin, now Gold Dust, still has the American Dream's blood running through his veins. But the men who started it all, Dusty Rhodes, Jerry the King Lawler, one-on-one here in Nashville. I came to see this match.
Me too.
I'm not going to kid you.
Is Brian Christopher there? I don't know.
Oh, Jerry Lawler with the right hand.
I don't know anything else about the event. Brian Turner does make a point though, saying that this is taken from the original like master beta tape.
I got a wife and kid, you know.
That's not my fault.
Well, that's not what the court said.
Mandatory sterilization will work wonders. Rhodes took that right hand from Lawler. That may be the first time in his career that he's felt it. Now he knows what all the talk is about.
With two men of this caliber in the ring, you might actually not notice at ringside the beautiful Miss Joni. I don't see how you could miss her. Accompanying the King, Jerry Lawler.
Two legends, Cornette on commentary, and then Miss Joni. Entire match rear view on Miss Joni. Yeah, master beta tapes.
Both these men have defeated in their careers, from Hulk Hogan to Ric Flair to Randy Savage. You can go down the list. Between the two of them, Jack Briscoe, someone.
He's posted a bunch of those recently, like that were taken from the Masters. I think he said before that all of the stuff he's uploading, or most of it anyway, belonged at one time to Athena.
Never once tied up in single competition until this very night.
I guess he has like all the TNA Explosion episodes.
What all the talk is about on that big right hand of Dusty Rhodes. Thing looks like a small canned ham.
And Jerry Lawler back into the corner. Dusty Rhodes, of course.
Most sites or channels that have it would lock that behind like a Patreon or something like that.
Mayor of Memphis, Tennessee.
Except for the other 11 candidates.
Well, that's almost. That's closer than I got.
Yeah, you know, the only thing that kept Lawler out of college was high school.
Well, that's happened to a lot of us.
Wait a minute now, Dusty. Dusty's a ring general, so is Lawler.
Ring
It's
general.
impossible to pick between the two of these guys. They're playing mind games now. They're trying to psych each other out. And now Rhodes going to the referee, trying to rattle Lawler that way. Lawler trying to hold his ground.
Now we're getting down to business.
Armbar wrist lock by Dusty Rhodes, the American Dream, and Jerry the King Lawler, and Dusty Rhodes has still got it. Look at the pain on the face of the King.
And now that bionic elbow may be uncorked.
Yeah, he's got a great channel. There's so much stuff on YouTube. I just feel like I want to watch all of it. Like, there's just so much of it, though.
I don't have to tell you how much pain that's in. Just look.
I've started watching 1981 Georgia Championship Wrestling off stream since we can't watch it on stream. But there's just like so much stuff.
I'm seeing everybody in Nashville making eyes at Miss Joni, especially in that getup.
Oh! Dusty goes down at the hands of Jerry the King Lawler.
Not Thorpe TV.
Like Howard Cosell, Scott. Down goes Dusty. Down goes Dusty.
I gotta do a variety. I have to. I would really, I have to have my like non-wrestling streams.
And as smart as he is, that's what he wants to do. He's going to try to rattle Lawler, make Lawler anxious, try to get Lawler to step
Well,
in
and Brian Turner's also posting a bunch of stuff that like other channels are posting like good stuff like primetime episodes or Nitros or Thunders or whatever, or like old territory stuff, but like he's posting territories that like nobody else is posting stuff from. You have all of Georgia 82 on discs, nice.
Dream was quite a ladies' man in his day.
Really?
But I understand Miss Joni, when Dusty was coming in, Miss Joni said, "Hey, cowboy, where's your horse?" Dusty said, "It's
You too, not
too
don't.
ugly to ride it."
Oh, come on. That one didn't work on Baby Doll in 1987.
I liked it then.
Oh, and Dusty.
Central States,
Shoots him in. Big back body drop.
Rod Piper.
Up, over and down, high elevation with the backdrop. And now Dusty Rhodes closing
Well,
in on the
funnily
King.
enough, in the part I'm watching now, he's feuding with Bob Armstrong.
In the industry of professional wrestling cannot be underestimated. And now there's partisans among both sides of the crowd. Some for Dusty, most for Lawler.
Well, we are in Jerry Lawler's backyard, the volunteer state of Tennessee, and Dusty Rhodes, God love him, might be considered an interloper here in Nashville.
Whatever happened to Miss Joni?
Interloper season, it's deer season.
Interloper season. Oh, wait a minute, Dusty opening up one more time, Lawler into the ropes. Oh,
Big mistake.
that time.
You can't lower your head with a veteran like the King.
That right hand of the King has dropped every big-name performer in this great sport, and Dusty Rhodes, just the latest. Oh, look at Lawler. He's ready. He's
Well, you
ready to
see
go.
Lawler, he's not waiting in after him, though. He's waiting for Dusty to get
Ole
up.
Anderson and
He
Stan
doesn't want
Hansen as a
to close
tag
in on
team.
Rhodes.
Wow.
Rhodes may be playing possum. Lawler's smart enough to realize that. He knows what he's dealing with and how smart a man he's got in the ring with him.
Dusty Rhodes claiming to referee Rudy Smith that Jerry the King Lawler used a closed fist. I think he did.
Yeah, I have no argument with that.
I know that I don't think they do any physical media anymore, do they? Aside from like WrestleManias, maybe. But you would think there would be a boutique industry that would generate revenue for them selling like premium physical versions of like the old shows.
Oh, and the elbow. Into that left shoulder one more time. The elbow that the Dream claimed Miss Joni said she used to watch when she was a little girl.
And now, wait a minute, he's got Lawler back over those ropes and the elbow again.
Ended up in the ATF's basement. That makes sense.
Oh, two master manipulators here, and now Rhodes choking Lawler. The King with his oxygen cut off. Lawler trying to fight out from underneath,
no.
but Rhodes has got him smothered in the corner and hiding the choke from the referee with his own body.
That takes a lot. Now Jerry Lawler finally back to his feet. And Dusty stalking his man.
Yep.
Dusty Rhodes, the American Dream, backs Lawler into the corner. Dusty Rhodes with a knife edge chop right across the chest of the King. And there's that elbow. into the crown of the cranium of Jerry the King Lawler.
Stopped with physical media around 2015. Damn, it's been that long. They used to do such great physical media. Remember their old WrestleMania set?
The Superpowers with Nikita Koloff, America's team with Manny TA.
But the James boys.
I'd rather forget that one.
Full scoop and a slam in the center of the ring.
Oh, wait a minute.
Then you get like a full-length, like 2-hour documentary, and then like a disc just filled with like matches and shit.
Oh, look at this, the Dream. This is a new version of Dusty Rhodes.
Well, Rhodes knew that he wasn't going to be able to come in here and play by the rules and get a break with the hometown officiating, the hometown fans. Right in Jerry Lawler's backyard, he knew he was going to have to bend some rules. That's nothing new for the American Dream. It's just that in normal circumstances, the fans are behind him. In this case, the partisans are mostly for the King Lawler.
That's a great read. I agree with you. Jerry the King Lawler. Wait a minute. Now there's a definite Dusty chant developing here against a Lawler chant from the other side of the building. We may have something breaking down here in the entire Fairgrounds Arena.
Well, from the looks of it, if it does break loose,
You would think too by this point they could have like a manufacture on demand situation like Amazon has, or license the library to Amazon to do that, where they could do on demand and just, you know, roll out a season of, or like, you know, a year of ECW.
And the spoils in this case would be Joni, and I think he'd like to spoil Joni.
I think all of us would. I think all of us could. Oh, look at this.
Referee Rudy Kazuti trying to force, trying to force the Dream back. Lawler is on his, now he's on his feet.
Barely.
Oh!
Cuts it off, one to the gut.
Dusty looks like he's ready for the bunkhouse stampede. Oh my God, there was Lawler.
Look at Lawler selling.
Hand shot from the American Dream. Sent Lawler
This was
up
23 years
all the
ago.
way to the floor.
Boy, he went ass over tea kettle on that one, and now Dusty, who looks like he's ready to compete in the bunkhouse
God,
stampede.
look how the video quality on this.
My God, he's got cowboy boots, if you will.
Steve Bannon in the background,
My God,
enjoying the action.
He's got cowboy boots on and those blue jeans, and he might even have spurs in his pockets.
The American Dream, Dusty Rhodes.
He's got a
You gotta go get a pie crust?
Uses to put this ring up before the show.
Well, what's going on here? What's he got a toolbox for? Oh, no. Oh, come on, ref.
It was in the corner of that toolbox. Good God, now.
This is some union guy's toolbox.
Now, wait a minute, he's got, what is that? Is that a rope or a tie or a cable? Something like that.
Some type of cable wrapped around the throat of Jerry the King Lawler and Dusty Rhodes. Using any means necessary to control Jerry the King Lawler here in Nashville, Tennessee.
Well, now he's got the king on a leash, more or less.
Got a lady with a baby in the front row.
And Dusty Rhodes.
You can see it in Dusty's eyes.
You can see it's so crazy how good this video looks.
Well, there's some good feelings right now between the Dream and Miss Joni, looks like.
I wonder if Dusty wants to show Joni the flip-flop and fly.
Oh boy, look at this.
Oh, yeah.
Hang on. Children, please avert your eyes. Do not try this at home.
Dusty.
Come on, Lawler, you gotta defend your woman.
I think he's going to get a number, and I think that number's going to be one wrap right across the throat.
Lawler's got that cable that Dusty was choking him with. And now Lawler returning a favor.
Man, he is choking the life out of Dusty. Dusty came too close to putting his hands on his woman. You don't put your hands on the King's woman.
Well, now Lawler looked like he thought better of that. He took the cable. Oh, wait a minute. He took the cable off Dusty's neck. So he threw that toolbox at him and missed. Thank God.
It didn't miss by inches. Dusty,
Wow, that was really unprofessional of Jerry Lawler.
Now Dusty Rhodes has used that. It's coming to play on the spine of the King.
This isn't turning into that classic battle of icons that we thought it would. This is just a regular old wrestling war. But this is what we should have expected all along.
Well, what do you expect when you get the American Dream and the King in the same place at the same time, and they're ticked at each other? You're going to have a fight.
For the first time. There's the elbow again.
Man, he's feasting, man. He's got the cat and Miss Joni.
Bionic elbow. Gotta wonder how much more Lawler can take, Scott.
Not much. He's wobbling.
They're definitely giving people their money's worth. I mean, it's a pretty long match.
Because he's on land.
Jerry the King Lawler being manhandled by the American Dream, Dusty Rhodes.
Lots of tape, yeah. That's how Ian's ring was for IWA Mid-South.
Oh, and a double fist down across each trapezius muscle. Oh, wait a minute. Look at Lawler.
He's kinging up.
Uh-oh, here we go.
Jerry the King Lawler has had enough of the American Dream. Jerry Lawler.
Oh, here we go.
And my God, for the first time that I've ever seen, Dusty Rhodes is backing and begging. And here comes Lawler closing in with the right.
Oh, and the King. Oh,
Dude, Cornette is selling the hell out of this match.
Dusty. Roll through. Feet on the rope. The referee saw it.
Boy, it was close. The referee, Dusty thinks he won.
No, the referee, Rudy Smith. Good job by the official, Dusty Rhodes, using the ropes for leverage against the King, and the referee didn't. Wait a minute. Lawler, roll up. He's on the ropes. There's a 3.
Wow. Jerry Lawler wins the first ever singles match. Wow. With Dusty.
Good for the goose, good for the gander. Dusty Rhodes tried to use the ropes for leverage. He got cut off. Jerry the King Lawler, in a word or a
What a match. Now let's see, I think there's something real weird after it's over. And Brian Turner, if you're watching this, if you ever see this, if there's more to whatever this is at the end, like, please, I want to see it. Everybody's heading home. It's been a fun night down at the fairgrounds. Everybody's enjoyed themselves, seen a great wrestling contest, had a cool drink, maybe a treat from the concession stand. Look at that kid flipping off Dusty Rhodes. What a great night it was for all these folks. I hope there really is something at the end. Yeah.
He could maybe not lean quite so far left.
Sorry? I think we can buy it, Jan. No, wasn't there. Sorry. I think we can buy it, Jan. Let's try to verify the address. I'd like to get the approval back to them right away. Slow? Dead? Is it lifeless?
Lifeless.
Bars, and keep it rolling, please.
Again, Brian, if you're watching this, I want, please upload anything like that you have. Amazing content.
Watch your mic cord. And pause. Well, I'm sorry, dude. They don't really know. It's a big deal.
This next clip was sent in by, oh no, wait a minute. I'm sorry. We're still at the very end. I thought we were, okay. This clip was suggested by Bob Brown, I'm pretty sure. Professional wrestlers on the People's Court.
But it's obvious the judge would have given more if he could have. That will do it for this case. We are going to change gears big time. You got to remember, these cases are absolutely real. Take a look.
This is the plaintiff, Titanic Tony. He contends he hired the defendant to help him fulfill his lifelong dream, to become a professional wrestler. However, the huge, fast-talking wrestler did everything but train him. He was humiliated, subjected to beatings in the ring, and forced to be the guy's flunky. He's suing for $600, the money he's out.
He listed all that stuff in $600.
This is the defendant, Jack Martin, a professional wrestler, a.k.a. the Behemoth. He points out he's a third-generation professional wrestler. His grandfather was Haystacks Calhoun.
Here's
His
the
mother's
original
known as Black
bloodline.
Venus, and his uncle is Gorgeous George. He says he did everything possible to train the plaintiff, but the guy's ego got in the way. He had a gimmick before he even knew the basic moves. He's accused of putting a sleeper hold on a wrestler-to-be's dream. The defendant has filed a countersuit for $900, the balance due for the training.
All parties, please raise your right hands.
So $1,500 to get trained by
I hit the floor and I felt those.
the Behemoth.
If I was trained, I would have known how to take the fall and I wouldn't have got hurt.
Today on Live at 5, I'm Dean Shepard.
3, 2, 1.
All systems go. History was made today as John Glenn was launched into outer space for the second time. We'll have a live report from
See
Cape
you later,
Canaveral.
John.
Plus, prom mom in prison.
Real. The litigants are not actors. In this case, they are real
Also, this is
wrestlers
not
locked in a
my
legal war.
cursor,
The issue,
okay?
did the defendant take
So-
advantage of a wannabe wrestler and shatter his dreams? It's the case of Titanic Tony
Oh my God,
versus
Ed
the mighty
Koch.
Behemoth.
The plaintiff is known as Titanic Tony, is that correct? And you are suing the defendant for return of monies that you gave to him.
That's
is that
correct.
right?
Mm-hmm. Yes, sir.
Will you please explain?
Okay, well, basically we got into an agreement on June 2nd that the Behemoth was going to train me to be a professional wrestler. I gave him a deposit of $300 to show good faith and that I was very much interested in it. The training was supposed to start in July, was supposed to end in September. And in June, the end of June, I gave him another $300 because I was very anxious to get it over with, you know, get my license and actually start. July came and went, no training took place. August came and went, no training took place. Now, this was a life dream of mine. I've always wanted to do it, and I feel I gave him the money in good faith. Either.
Well, did you have a conversation with him? Did you talk to him and say,
Oh, yes, I
when
have.
do we start the training?
I have. I
what
asked
did
him
he
in
say?
July. He came up with many excuses why.
Tell me what they were.
Well, at one time it was his tooth had to be taken out, and he was in the hospital all morning,
And so you were never the subject of training?
No, sir.
Not one day?
Not one day.
On June 13th,
Yeah, tell me when you trained him.
was taken to a WAA wrestling show in Connecticut. He started his training as a ballet, which would be a manager, start learning what we call psychology in the business. You have to learn how to act in front of a crowd.
On June 13th, did you...
I escorted him to a show, at which time I escorted him to the ring. I carried his bags, and that was to the extent I sold his pitches, and I
That
took
was
a
the
beating
training?
outside the ring.
That was
That's what
the
it
training?
consisted
This was
of.
one
What
you
else?
sent me, right, Bob? I'm pretty sure.
Let me go back.
Let me ask you a question. The professional wrestling that we see on
The Behemoth kind of looks like a Tim and Eric character.
television,
Mm-hmm.
that's all phony baloney, right?
Choreographed, right to word. Entertainment.
Choreographed, the falls...
Phony
the-
baloney.
And
Can I
entertainment.
interject something so we can work again?
If he likes, Mr.
Sports entertainment.
It's entertainment, I understand that.
Okay.
Okay, now you were going to train him to be able to take the pratfalls, as they say in showbiz.
Pratfalls. Punches.
Right.
Drop kicks. and
Right,
so
you
on.
understood that or not?
Oh, yeah, no, I understood that fully, but it never happened.
No, but you didn't think that wrestling was on the up
Oh,
and up.
no, well, let's clarify. Some things are real. You can't fake a head, you know, getting hit in the head with a chair. You can't fake jumping off a cage onto a desk. I mean, some stuff, it's a little bizarre, but...
But when he picks you up and he swings you around and he steps on your head, all phony.
Right, exactly.
Right?
All
Mhm.
phony?
Yes, sir. And it's agreed in advance who's going to win, who's going to lose?
Good thing Dr. D wasn't around for this.
It is agreed in advance to the promoter who wins and who loses. It counts on how popular you might be.
So that was part of the training, wasn't it?
I don't consider that training because at no time did anybody sit there and tell me what was going to happen.
They didn't tell you what to do.
Right, exactly. I just sat there
Yeah,
taking
Behemoth is a real
That's not
unique
lights.
looking
What did you do?
individual.
The lights-
Looks like a
we
William H.
stayed
Macy
at a hotel 3
A24
hours
movie, The
before
Behemoth.
the match on that night. He sat there with the 4 other wrestlers that were involved in the match. He was told what to do. I showed him how to take a punch, how to land over, so when he
That's not
throws
true.
a man, throws
Demonstrate.
a forearm.
Demonstrate for me.
Gregory's one of my other students.
Demonstrate for me.
Gregory, come here.
Come on, Gregory.
Greg, I'm going to hit you with a punch, and you're going to fall, okay? All right, now I'm going to kick you up, Gregory. All right? Now this looks kind of real. Gregory, get up and do some jumping kicks. Did I hurt you?
No. Let me ask you something, Titanic Tony. Would you like him to do that to you?
No, sir. No, sir.
You don't want him to do that?
No, because he sprays himself with Lysol, and I just can't deal with the odor, sir.
But you knew that when you started
Huh?
with him.
Excuse me?
You knew that when you started with him. If you stand next to him, you
Phony
must have smelled
baloney.
him.
Well, in the beginning, no, I didn't. But then afterwards,
Why,
yes.
you don't have good noses?
No. Anytime I saw him, we were like a distance, away. It wasn't. I was close to
When
him.
did you first find out that he stinks?
The first time I went. The first time I escorted him to the ring, June 13th.
Okay.
When after
so
being
at
all
that
sweaty.
point, you didn't want to be trained by him anymore?
No, actually, I wanted to keep my distance.
Well, how can you keep
hotel
quiet?
to throw him in the shower.
Quiet.
He wouldn't bathe.
Quieter,
That's
I'm gonna have.
hearsay. We're here
Quieter,
to see if
I'm gonna have him beat you up.
We're here to say if he trained
Now
him or
let me
not.
ask you something.
Smelling has nothing to do with anything.
If you couldn't stand next to him, how could he train you?
Training never took place, so it doesn't.
How could he train you if he wanted to?
Well, let me clarify, Your Honor. I wanted to learn the sport. I wanted to learn. I would deal with it, but the training never took place.
I understand, but if he wanted to, you would have rejected it, no?
I would have, but it's just to show you how much I really wanted to get it over with, how much I wanted to learn the
Oh,
sport, how
defendant
much I
is
wanted
one
to
in the
be
web
somebody.
hole.
No, you can't say anything.
And then the next thing, Your Honor, on the second, I have one basic question I ask every guy I train, and I have some of my former students here. Do you have any heart conditions? Do you have any back conditions? No, I do not. No, I do not. Because if he would have said yes, I would never have signed him.
That's a lie.
I would never spend the time on him.
That's a lie.
Okay?
So
I
what-
happened to find this out.
What did you find
little
out?
things that I didn't think of.
What did you find out?
We had major
Oh,
back
the
surgery.
defendant
He's got scars on
really
his back.
racking it
I'm
up
gonna show
now.
you a videotape with a back brace on it.
Do you have back injuries?
I had back injuries. Yes, I do.
Does your doctor say you can be a wrestler even with this phony baloney?
No, sir. He wouldn't clear me.
So why did you want to be trained?
Because I wanted to do this. This is something I wanted
so
to do
let me
from
get
being a
something
child.
straight. Your doctor, in effect, says you're endangering your life.
That's right.
And notwithstanding that, you, like
wanted
a
to do-
fool,
Right.
want to be trained in this.
You're right. You're right. This is what I wanted to do, and I didn't
Which
care.
one of these ladies
I
is your-
didn't care if I would be
you're his
paralyzed
mother?
from the rest of my life.
Did you raise a kid who wants to risk his life this way?
I spoke to his doctor, and his doctor told me he did not advise it. I argued with him. I told him, give this up. Leave it alone. He said, Ma, it's been my lifelong dream. You know that.
Leave
I
it
do know
alone.
that. And
Yeah.
Mr. Martin guaranteed me my son would not get hurt.
How can he do that?
I
all
don't
you have
know,
to
but
do,
he did.
All you have to do is to kick him in the back or let him fall, and he can injure himself. Now you said you
I
have
explained this
Who's
all
got a
to him.
video here?
There you go, Your Honor.
Let's see it.
Let's watch the antics of Titanic Tony.
We never asked him to do anything he wasn't trained to do.
Exactly.
It's our
That's
job
not
to
true.
protect him.
Now, if I
Yeah,
never
that's not
trained him,
true
Your
either.
Honor, this man wouldn't
Training
be in
This
the
was
ring
the
doing these
original
spots that we call
Rajah
to do.
Jackson story.
This man wouldn't be in the ring right now. This
Now, is
man
Tony
wouldn't
in the
learn
ring
these
now?
spots.
Yeah, that's me.
He's in there with the good looking
Oh, look, they got to
guy,
blur
Ron.
his butt crack.
Which that was uncalled for.
That's you with the
Yes,
belly
sir.
button strip?
Oh, man. How much
That's
crap
him
you
with
got to
back
be
brace on.
showing to get the blur?
Oh, that's the back
It's not
brace.
a,
It's not a back brace.
brace.
A girdle, maybe.
Well, maybe it is.
Sundays.
I don't wanna be embarrassed.
Listen,
This is
don't
called-
make fun of
This
his
is
wearing
called
a girdle.
That man, that
Your
was
Honor,
called
he
a
took-
spot. That's called a bump. If you're not taught that, you can't
Phony
take
baloney.
that.
Wasn't taught nothing.
You're hurt. You get hurt real,
And
real
I was
quick.
hurt. So what's your
Your
point?
Honor, he's done that since
Tony,
he
it
was
was
a
a
kid.
matter of-
That was not taught to him.
It was a
Now-
matter of you wanted to take the easy route when you found out you had to pay some dues.
Oh,
and
he
work
hit
for
Doug
it. You went
Law.
for an easy way out.
That's not true.
Now, let
And
me
you didn't even
This
start.
guy started after you.
Now, when you said, just a moment, when you
Yes, sir.
said that he never trained you not a single day,
That's
what do you
correct.
call that?
That wasn't training.
What is that?
That was what it was. That was a barbecue that no other wrestlers showed
He's
up,
wrong, Your Honor.
and he needed somebody to get in the ring with him.
Says
And I
like
was
the
one that
ship,
got
he
in the
went
ring,
down
but
hard.
I had no training whatsoever.
Your Honor.
I hit the floor, and I felt those. If I was trained, I would have known how to take the fall, and I wouldn't have got hurt.
Did the defendant put the plaintiff in harm's way by not training him? The testimony continues.
Now, look, you're beating him up.
Yeah, for 5 seconds.
Oh,
And
we didn't
he didn't teach me that.
We didn't
That
train
I
him,
did
we
on my
trust
own.
him.
If you like to watch
But
the
look
whole
at that.
There's something about Cameron Diaz.
Beating. Is he right? He wasn't
Wow, what
trained
a
properly.
roller
Let's listen.
coaster ride that was.
What do you think training is?
Okay, but that was not something he showed me. That is something from watching it
Well,
for
then he's
30
not-
some odd
But
years
he
then he's
gave
that I
you-
did.
his letter.
But did he not give you an opportunity? You couldn't have been in that ring without him, could you?
I think I could have. I
How?
really do.
How?
Because I've watched it long enough, and I was in high school.
Oh, so we got to know it all.
I
But
was
they
in
wouldn't
wrestling.
Okay.
bring you into the ring. He arranged
There's no
for you
way
to
I
be
would
in the ring. Is
jeopardize
that
Because
right?
he had
No
nobody
way.
else to be there.
I would jeopardize his safety.
What else?
Okay, I'll give you some more. July 18th, this is a family barbecue that I run every year. I told Tony, he says, listen, you got 3 days, 3 weeks already, a couple dates that I do this. I think you're ready to do a match with myself, okay? This is on this tape here.
Let's see.
I think you're ready to do a match with myself. He was taught, he had the basic moves. I also
So
told
you were
him,
now, you're going to show me something where he's wrestling you?
wrestling me, myself.
Taking a beating.
This is what
Yep.
we call
What's
a
up,
Pearl
George Burns?
Harbor. It's a move where me as the good guy sits behind and Tony beats
Now
me
look,
from behind.
you're beating him up.
Yeah, for 5 seconds.
Oh,
and
we didn't train
he
him
didn't
on
teach
that.
me that.
We didn't
That
train
I
him,
did
we
on my
trust
own.
him.
If you like to watch
But
the
look
whole
at that.
match,
I did that on my own.
How
He didn't
can
show
you
me.
possibly stand here and say he
Does
never
not
trained
speak
you
well
to
for the
a
credibility
single
of this
day?
guy at all.
That is what I know from watching it for all the years I'm watching.
Look at him
But
laying the
fact
chops in
is
on him.
That simply submitting to you
No.
and allowing himself to be beaten that way is part of the training, isn't it?
I don't
Now, if you like-
agree.
if you like to
I
watch
don't
this
agree.
whole match on it, which is it's extensively kind of long, maybe 7 or 8 minutes.
It's not
I
7 or 8
guarantee you
minutes.
6 minutes of that match, I took a full beating from him.
That's
and then what
baloney.
we call
The
what
whole
we
match
call,
took 4 minutes.
If we call a big guy getting over. I beat him in one move, 1, 2, 3, which is a choreographed. It's
Excuse
what we
me,
do.
Your Honor.
And again,
That's
we
'cause I
protected
knew.
our
He
students.
has
Let
no-
me hear Mama here.
He has done this since he was a kid. They made a ring in the park. He used to do it with her and with all the other boys on the block. He used to take my pillowcases and make
Look
them
how
into
embarrassed
face
the
masks.
blonde is.
Another thing, you see, I'm in gimmick. I'm the behemoth. I think I'm a dolly. This man is.
You're a what?
I'm a doll.
A doll.
Yeah, I come from Bellevue. I think I'm a lunatic who thinks he's a doll. You can
You don't
see that.
think you are.
He does take on that persona, though, when he puts
This
it
man is a 25-year veteran.
Let me get something straight. Your
I'm a true
your
point.
shtick is that you're a lunatic?
I'm a lunatic from Bellevue who thinks he's a doll.
Okay.
Okay? That's my gimmick. I'm a
The
lunatic.
behemoth, sure.
Listen,
Crazy
you
Doll Rock.
explained this
He'd
is
be
all
great for,
shtick.
as one of the sick
Now, if
evil
you know this
freaks
Crazy
to go
Doll
up
Rock is
against
also a gimmick.
Jimmy.
He's a lunatic from Bellevue. It says right on his shirt. Guardian Angel is the heavyweight champion of New York right now. You don't see any gimmick on Greg, do you?
Yeah, Tony was like
You know why?
dominating the match,
He's
like
not
the guy
trained.
said.
He's only true his training. This man is nowhere near being
But
trained.
he's got a gimmick. Look at it.
I've always had it.
He never had. If he had a gimmick, then he lied for me right from the start from this
Well,
letter.
look at that.
Oh,
He's a mark.
receipts.
You
What we
understand,
refer to
Your
as a
Honor?
mark.
This
What
guy
does a
had-
mark mean?
A mark is what these people are. A mark
fan
is
that
a
wants to become
fan
a professional.
that likes to watch professional wrestling.
But ain't that how we
That
all start
absorbs
out?
it, that sleeps with it, that talks about
Look
it.
at these
Give
guys.
them
They
food
can't
for
believe
Now,
their
this
luck
man
that they are
stays
here for
on it.
this
He had
episode.
nothing to do with professional wrestling. He didn't know nothing but call a couple schools and get a couple prices. This man had a gimmick. He
71%
he put the carriage on the
defendant.
expressway, left the horse in the stables.
All right, so you believe that he didn't perform, and you want your
Oh,
your
a little bit
$600
Right,
back.
because I'm
Tilting
going
back,
to go to a
though.
reputable school that was
Right.
given to me by
And
the state.
you believe in your
Do you guys think those are
Counter-suit
legit
what?
numbers?
I trained him, and I also have other dates.
you believe he should pay you the balance
Yeah, because I
of
would
the
have spent my
1,500.
time. I would have spent my time and my abilities on somebody that would finish and not gave up like
I didn't give
Mr.
up.
Titanic did.
I didn't give up. Can I say something?
Yeah.
In his eyes, to be a professional wrestler takes 1 day.
I could train
1
anybody.
day. Oh, I could train you to be a professional wrestler.
But now listen, you
Wrestlers
cannot
today
say
take years.
you cannot say that. Firstly, if it takes years, why did you agree to 3 months?
Because I thought that it's a stepping stone and I could follow up with a school once I get my license.
Well, then you believed he could train you.
Yes, I did.
Yeah.
Can I say one thing?
Who are you?
I'm his wife. When he first came over, he was told, yes, I could show you the 5 basic moves in 1 day. 24 hours, I could show you the 5 basic moves.
For 1 day.
But It takes months, maybe
I mean,
even
this is
years,
an
to get that
absolute
all down pat
fever
and to get
dream
the psychology,
episode. Thank you, Bob
why
Brown,
this is
for
done, why you don't do that to this one.
curating this for us.
She knows more than he does.
That's what he was told.
Because she took the
and-
checks. Be realistic. I had to make the checks
Your
out to her.
Honor?
Yes?
Because your bank,
Don Rock said it.
Yes.
your
My
bank
son-
was in
Hold it.
Nassau County.
One at a
you
time.
told me.
Don
One at a
Rock
time.
said it. My son was a mark, and they saw a chance to rip him off for the money.
Yeah.
Asked him about all the dates that I was excluded from training at Gleason's gym.
My son was
Yes.
a mark.
Yeah.
Asked,
Said it. My son was a mark, and they saw a chance to rip him off for the money.
Yeah.
asked him about all the dates that I was excluded from training at Gleason's gym.
Never.
Yes, that's a lie.
Never.
That's a lie. You're
On,
a liar.
You're a
took-
liar.
You took, Greg,
Excuse me.
so did you didn't call me Thursday night. The last time I had spoke to your husband was on a Monday.
I mean,
was
this
in
is
school
just
for 3
complete
years, Your Honor.
carny.
Okay?
Right, so it took you 3 years
3
to
years.
do it.
The reason I was in
And you're
school
trying to
for
tell
3
me
years.
that one day it's going to happen.
Never mind that. You said you wanted 3 months.
I said I wanted to learn. The training was to take place Saturday and Sunday.
There's
Not
nothing in
Monday,
the there's nothing
not
in the
Monday to
agreement.
Friday,
There's
Saturday and
nothing
Sunday.
in the agreement that says that.
He said it verbally. I worked a 9 to 5 job. I was willing.
I also told you verbally.
But you
They saw our
also-
chance.
Now listen,
He's a liar.
on the day,
Sorry.
Verbally, it might take close to
Sorry.
years
Just a
to
moment.
training.
No, what I'm saying is I was not trained. Yeah, I accompanied him
okay, I
on the
understand.
show. I paid for
Got
my way.
it. I'm taking a recess. I'll be back shortly.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Judge Koch is going to apply a brutal legal hold after some quick legal research. His decision next.
And everybody on his side is like dressed normally. Like the behemoth is all carnies. But that guy's the only person in character on his side.
780-8587.
Our website, hardly anybody supports him down here. Pretty much the same thing. Let's find out. What do you think?
I think the plaintiff put too much money into a childhood dream other than a career, and he was looking as into the past as being a professional wrestler other than the future.
Should he get his money back?
No, I don't think he should. I think that the defendant trained him the way that he was supposed to train him, but he thought he was a pro before his training was over.
Cart before the horse, as they say. You say?
If he had a bad back, he should have never got into wrestling.
Yep,
What about the issue
absolutely.
of fraud here, that he defrauded the guy?
They basically both look to me look like they defrauded each other. Nobody should get anything.
I think that the defendant should get it because the plaintiff lied to him all the way, and he told him before he was going to train exactly what's going to happen. I was going to train you a day.
Oh,
or
I'm sure
3
they
months.
did,
And
yeah.
He went right along with it.
They probably
Concurring
asked him if they would
opinion by your
mind.
son. That's pretty much the view down
Or
here.
they
hate
used
the
it to
fact
get
that the
their-
plaintiff lied about his
to get
back. Let's find out
fast-tracked.
what the judge thinks.
What we have here is a young man, Titanic Tony, who has an obsession. I think you will admit that.
Yes, I do.
You should take him to a psychiatrist. He is endangering his life. He is your son.
Wow.
You have to get someone who can work on his obsession.
Get him a
and eliminate it.
psychiatrist.
Jack Martin enters into a contract. He fulfills the contract, in my judgment, and Titanic Tony decides he wants to end the contract because he's not satisfied
What a
with the training. But he
crazy
has not
Carrie vibes.
convinced this court that Jack Martin failed in that training. Just the reverse. The dates, the video, and I find in favor of the defendant in the amount of $900.
Thank you, Your Honor.
No ATF
That's
media.
not justice. That's anything but justice.
Man, he got $1,500 for taking this guy to a
So
couple shows,
Titanic
man.
Tony takes another beating. Here comes Titanic Tony.
Down again.
Well, you're a man who
Hey, I got on
said
my
he
Sailor
would
hat.
die for his dream.
Damn straight.
I think everybody.
Oh, it is like
the
Wings
courtroom
and Boogie. Look, Daninsky, he's got advertising on his hat for some kind of airbrush company.
Watching this case, their hearts must go out to you because they can relate to a person who would die for his dreams. So what do you do now?
Go on. I don't agree with what Judge Koch said about a psychiatrist, but yeah, you know, I wanted to do it. I mean, I wouldn't say I'm obsessed with it. I don't live it 24 hours a day.
He
I do work
asked him
a
if he
Monday
was
to Friday
obsessed, and he
job.
said yes.
It's just something I wanted to do. It's a dream that I wanted to fulfill. And
You're using
I
the
was.
past tense there. Do you still?
Well, after getting burned this time, I don't think I'll be too quick to get burned again, you know, so.
You're not giving up on your dream, are you?
Well, after this, I just might, because it just ain't worth the aggravation.
Hopefully he will.
All right, Tony.
Hopefully he will
Titanic
give
Tony,
up on
good
his
luck.
dream.
Take it easy on Josephine. Hurry up,
Jack
here they come.
Martin did know that my son's back was bad because that was the first thing I told him. So he lied in court.
Oh, shut up.
Here comes Jack Martin right now. Here comes the behemoth. And here.
We know it. Hi, brother.
Guys. Captain Kirk?
We needed that.
Captain Kirk, beam me up. Where's Mr. Spock?
Calm down.
He's got glasses like purple
Champion of New York.
from VP.
Is everything under control?
Absolutely,
We're
justice.
lunatic from Bellevue. What do you think everything is under control?
Justice was served, and the coach was very, very astute, and he's a man of honor.
You didn't take advantage of Titanic, Tony, did you?
Not in the slightest. I gave him everything, and top it off, I became his friend, and he just pretty much, how can I say? Well, let me ask you a question. Didn't the Titanic sink the third night out, too?
Not only that, Kirk. I learned a lot from these lunatics. I mean, these guys. And let me tell you, I've been in the business 7 years, and it's been great.
And watch this guy.
All right.
In 2 years, he's going to be one of the greatest high players of all time.
You can keep this in mind.
Thank you.
We were fooled, but Judge Koch wasn't fooled.
All right. Josephine's got your documents right
It
down
was
the hallway.
great
That would be a good
I told Mr.
sponsorship,
Sewell I want to
Daninsky.
say hello one day, okay?
Much meter in person.
Okay, that's Kirk, C-U-R-T.
Wow, thank you, Bob. That was a great video.
Harvey, back to you.
You know,
Wow.
there's an interesting legal issue in this case, and that is that if the plaintiff got hurt as a result of his training, could he turn
I hope he
around
lets
and
his
sue the
dream
defendant
die.
for hurting him in the ring? I think the answer to that is no on 2 counts. Number 1, the plaintiff to some extent assumes the risk of being injured. It's an inherently dangerous sport, and I don't think he'd have any recourse. Secondly, he lied about his back. He didn't tell them, I think, that he had a back problem. So if there was a hidden danger,
Covering his ass
and as a
with that,
result,
I
the plaintiff
think.
got hurt, I think it would ultimately be his tough luck. Was this a good decision?
Absolutely. Defendant takes it all the way. Titanic, he sank.
I think the whole thing should have been dismissed because it seems like they both lied on both sides. If you watch wrestling long enough, you could see, you know the moves. Like, this guy was obsessed with it, so it didn't look like he really taught him anything.
Okay, that is going to do it for this case.
What's up,
and guess
gobbledygook?
what? We have time right now for the People's Quiz.
Okay, this is just something that it seemed like this would be a good place to put it. I don't really have any idea what it is. It just says it's a kind of a crossover. It's called Wrestlers in the Hood, Chicopee, Massachusetts. And it's from 6 years ago. A gang of wrestlers hanging in the hood. Oh, I don't know, Daninsky. I wasn't paying close attention. Thought it was a Vinny Slugga. It is kind of Slugga-esque. I don't know if the wrestlers ever, like... I'm experiencing it for the first time myself. He killed Princess Diana? Wow. So this is Chicopee, about 6 years ago. Yeah, Doronda, Chicopee. Yeah. It's a car full of wrestlers driving around Chicopee. I don't even know, like, what landmarks to look for. Riveting content. Well, I put it at the very end. This could be like the... What's going on? Yeah, I know. Very quiet. Think they're driving in circles? It seems like that. Oh no, wait. Oh shit, here we go. Oh, look at this. Brutal. Ooh, where'd that building go though? This was like the home base, right? Of Primetime. Think of all the incredible, iconic television moments that took place in this city. Am I running out of sodas to review? No, well, yeah, I'm almost out of sodas to review, yes. But I have like energy drinks to review. Looking for shoes hanging from the power lines. Oh man, this is it. Now we're really getting into it. This is where you would come to, this is where you'd like dump a body, I think. Try some tea. I don't know about teas. I have one tea lined up. It's like a weed tea, though. Yeah, that's what I was thinking, too. Like, of course, this is, I don't know, 15, 20 years later. 25 years later. Oh, I don't drink a lot of them, so it doesn't bother me like that. This is where the Janics left the rival wedding bands? Yeah, exactly. Like, what was the purpose of telling us that they were wrestlers, I guess? Is there going to be a... There's that thing again. Let me tell you, if you think this part of the stream is nonsensical, wait till tomorrow. We're really going to get into some asinine Chicopee nonsense. No, 2,321 views. Gang of wrestlers hanging out in the hood from Neighborhood Guy. Kind of depressing. I did find somebody though that I am frequently the only viewer on their videos. I don't know when it'll be a while though before I can talk about him openly. What song do you think would best go with this? Rhythm of the Night? You gotta be shitting me. No way. There's nothing. I mean, I do like the video. It's very, it feels very oppressive to me. Like, it's very, like, depressing. But hang on a second. I got a little bit of time left. Let me see if I can find this video real quick.
I'm sure that the Stu guy, they're like,
oh gosh, I don't need that guy giving me a takedown order. Okay, let's see. This is only a couple minutes long. It'll be a good way to end the stream. Hang on. Where is this? Hang on. Pump Up the Jam. Okay, here we go.
This is the story of a girl named Ardella. A woman who was born to be caged and fined and oppressed because of her race. But she refused to accept her fate, and today her honor must be restored. She is only a girl who believes in one love.
I thought it was a serious. I didn't know it was a singing video.
A girl named called Adela. The lost youth and he was when she saw the whole truth. And then he talked and he told her the change. And now at the we for a part that says
What is this?
Adela.
What is this song? A girl named Adela?
We all must unite, and here's love Adela. Tell me how many women and children must die in this land of suffering and
He does rarely appear on
We
camera.
don't know the way to right and the wrong. Why can't we free Adela?
Free Adela.
She is out for his life and the whole for
Oh my
his
god, it's
life.
8 minutes
They
long.
locked away Adela. Though it's sent on his name,
Yeah, that's
spread
Vinny.
like
You've seen him before, haven't you?
wildflowers all over the world. Still they came with their guns from high over the hills.
What do you mean?
And we'll be there again.
Is it really a girl named Adele for 8 minutes? I didn't know it was 8 minutes of the song.
Ardella.
Oh my god.
Now it's time for a change and it's long overdue.
Oh my
Ardella,
god.
the weather
8 minutes of a girl named Adela.
will be his life. Let it
Oh
not
my gosh.
be in vain.
Alright, alright. All right, well, thanks for hanging out, watching the old school wrestling, hearing Vinny's newest release. It's been a while since we've gotten one. I think the last one was like a double Mamma Mia, but anyway, thanks for hanging out. I appreciate it. Tomorrow's stream is probably going to be of very little interest to. It was like the super extended version of nearly anybody. We're going to look at really niche Doug Locke content and Chicopee content. So I will see you guys later.